and welcome to Jewellery Maker this Saturday. Hoping that you're well. I'm Vicky, going to be with you for the next 4 hours, bringing you a jam-packed show of spectacular Jewellery Maker potential. We have got, I've been excited all week about it. I've talked about the Lord. Gemma's in! Our lovely Gemma Crow is here, and I tell you what, I've built you up, and you are not disappointing me.
Wow, I hope not.
Honestly, I promise you, myself and Scott have just been in awe of the jewellery that we have got. I mean, see, Gemma's just spectacular. We have got headpieces, we have got featured jewellery from I tell you what, I promise you, today is not just about new opportunities, because we have got brand new stock in, and I mean absolute treats of brand new stock, but we also do have lots of technique. I mean, when we've got somebody like Gemma in, we want to make the most of her, and we've done that because we don't have 3 kits for Gem today.
No.
4 kits for Gemma and a challenge.
Yes, 4. That was a lot.
That was quite a lot.
29 pieces of jewellery we've got.
29 pieces of jewellery. That's quite a lot, actually, isn't it? I mean, really, come on. You could have made one more and made it 30.
Wow.
Kind of get the stuff these days, you know.
I was a bit lazy.
We have literally a show full of technique. I know there's a lot of people who tune in over the weekend who really enjoy our technique, and we are going to spend lots of time with Gemma taking you through some basics, but also taking you through some of the more advanced techniques. 4 brand new offers that we've got for you, 4 brand new kits, plus on top of that we also have some spectacular new strands, including one of the most spectacular opportunities to own Morganite. 10mm perfect rounds of Morganite. Spectacular quality, beautiful, highly sought after gemstones. Cannot quite believe what we have managed to do. Now, if you've tuned in over the past few weeks, I've been talking very specifically about how we get deals, how we get specific deals on certain strands. I have no idea how we've done it, but we have got a deal on Morganite of that grade, of that quality. A deal that when I walked in this morning, I genuinely thought it was going to be of a higher price point, much higher than you're going to pay. Please be watching for that. It is going to come up. We're also going to get started. I feel like I need to put my cup down, but unfortunately it's really nice and warm, and I'm feeling chilly again. I'm sorry, Ryan. Look at Ryan's like that. Not again. Not again. No, 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 you don't need to touch the heating, because otherwise we'll be in like a sauna.
Yeah.
Cheers. Gem hasn't got her coffee yet.
No.
Sorry. I'd like to say it's just water. It is just water. Right then, are you ready? Let's start this way. We begin with our early bird special. Take a look at this. Ooh. Absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic. Now, if I called this sunstone, you would be, without any hesitation, going, yep, gotta be. That is sunstone. That is sunstone. It has all the qualities you would expect. A fantastic feldspar quality, a feature design that you've got here. It's a beautiful quality. It's not sunstone. It has everything that I would expect sunstone to have. But in fact, this is Brazilian sunset quartz. Now, Brazilian sunset quartz, as you can see, has all of the oozing, stunning richness, intensity, drama that sunstone can give you. But actually, this gives you a little bit more, because it gives you this beautiful pattern quality. Look at that close-up. Brand new today. Brand new offer. We have never brought this to you before. This is one of our real centerpiece offers of the day. If you like the look of this, then you are going to love what we have throughout the show. Our early bird special, bringing you the warmth of colour that you'd probably associate to one of the most exclusive stones around at the moment, sunstone. But here we're actually bringing you Brazilian sunset quartz. These perfect pear drop beads are 8mm. You're getting pretty much 100 carats within this strand, and we're bringing it to you at a launch price. How low can we go? Answer: a mere $5.95. If this was sunstone, I'd happily put an extra tenner on that price. If, in fact, probably even more than that. You're paying $5.95 for everything you'd associate with sunstone. The warmth of tone, these beautiful, rich sunset qualities, the intensity of the orange, the burning richness. And these are the types of size and shape that you can really work to your advantage as a jewellery maker.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do all sorts of designs with those drops, flowers, and you'll see some flowers later with that shaped stone. So.
And this is the type of design where, I mean, cascade almost, because you've got the center, you've got the drill right at the top. They almost lend themselves to create a chandelier or a cascade formation, don't they?
They also make lovely sticky outy bits on tiaras, and you know, you can really go to town with that shape.
And that's the thing, versatility. Yeah. That's what you want from your gemstones, don't you? You've certainly got that there. $5.95 is all you pay. I'm down to the last 60 in stock already, so very, very well received at that price. Of course it is. If this was sunstone, as I say, if you'd have asked me to give you a price on sunstone, I'd have said at least £15, £20. Sunstone, we just, I mean, even with all our buying power, even we're struggling to get hold of gemstones like sunstone, and yet we're bringing just that quality in your quartz for $5.95. If you want it, I do suggest that you pick up the phone straight away on this offer. 0800 644 655, and not to forget, it's 1 P&P for the whole weekend, which means if you bought from us yesterday with a lovely fee and Tina, or perhaps you bought from me last night on our late show, you've paid your postage and packing, and now you're going to add to your order. 1 P&P for the whole weekend. Just keep on adding and adding, and this show is loaded, I mean literally loaded with opportunity. So buy this, get your postage and packing sorted now, and then just expect you will be adding and adding throughout the show. I'm down to the last 30 in stock. That's the last 30 in stock now. It just goes to show what an amazing price tag. That's it. Everybody is acknowledging the fact that we are really making some serious headway into getting that sunstone look, but without the sunstone price. $5.95 is all you pay. Congratulations. I have never done that before in my life. Normally, when it comes to trying to say sunstone, I say stunstone. I can't say the first time I've ever presented a whole section without actually saying it wrong. I feel like I'm improving just a little bit after 7.5 years of doing the job. It takes a while. I'm a slow burner. That's what I am. I say that to my husband all the time. You've got here an amazing offer. Early bird special. No. Mega early bird special. In my ear, I have the ooh. We are loving this colour combination. I think the moment you see it is the moment you're going to add to your order. You are getting here 14mm shell pearl. The colours are so popular this season. I mean, literally, you've got every palette of colour that is coming into your fashion. You've got those lovely fresh yellows, you've got your lime greens, you've got these lovely warm oranges, and then those fantastic lilacs all together. Look at that! We have got for you an amazing price tag, because the thing, again, I'm turning to Jem and I look at this and I go, this is going to go so far.
Yeah, the pearls are just gorgeous. I can see them sparkling from here more than I can see them on the close-up on the monitor there. They're gorgeous and just Nice variety of colours.
And the thing
you
is,
get one strand with all those colours in.
And for me, you know, if you start to go through the different colours that you might already have in your stash, or that you know, you like the idea of getting into your collection. I mean, for example, if you've just got that amazing sunset quartz, can you see, if you just took the orange of this strand, can you see you could colour match? And I do have coming up, I've got some fantastic lemon quartz as well. I mean, put that with some of the lemons. Get some nice peridot or some perhaps nice prehnite or whichever, you know, fantastic. And then you've got perhaps amethyst. I do have, oh, I'll show you. All right, I will show you this, right? And just warn you, it's not coming up straight away. It's not coming up, so don't pick up the phone for it yet. But can you see how this beautiful mystic quartz will go so beautifully with the purples?
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have one strand that has the potential to go with lots of other gemstones, or alternatively you just use it as a single strand and give it a feature of multicolour for your jewellery. I mean, that is a workable, easy, wearable piece of oh, that looks pretty.
It does look lovely.
Oh,
Just like
bit
that.
White linen, you know.
Or even with all your colours on today, it looks lovely.
Please, miss, please, miss. So you know how we were talking earlier on this week and I kept on talking about I like wearing black. So I went home and I started to think, well, I was driving home and I was thinking, why do I wear black? Why am I so comfortable? Why don't I just try and push my boundaries a little bit, right? Because sometimes you get comfortable with something and then you don't push your boundaries. I was like, okay, so this weekend I'm going to wear colour. Wait for it, wait for it. Look,
really
look at
did.
this. I've even got, hang on, matching red
careful.
shoes. That was so close, but I've gone colour. Oh, go colour, go colour, go colour. Now actually, if I went to you, go colour, that's exactly what we've got for you. Go colour is the theme of today, because just take a look at all of the colours that we have got for you today. Look at that, look at that. You've got all of those gorgeous, and then we've got some fantastic, we've got the Morganite, you've got kyanite, carnelian, you have got dimeterite, you've got lemon, I've got all of these strands coming up as well. So colour is the theme of my day. So let's go colour. Let's go colour, go colour, go colour. It may be dreary outside, but who cares? It's May. We've got to get into the spring and summer fever. Ignore the weather. Let's get colour into our wardrobe. A mere $7.95 for your full strand of colour. And I mean, there really is that potential to mix it up, just wear it as a feature piece of jewellery together, or you can choose your variants of your different colours and mix them with different strands that perhaps you're going to buy, or perhaps strands that you've already got in your stash, like that gorgeous sunset, like this fantastic amethyst. Mystic amethyst that I've got coming up. Can you see the potential of this strand? With, of course, as I said, I've got lemon quartz. So you've got the lemon quartz coming together there with this strand. So simply, I mean, even just today, you could purchase various strands that are going to match with this one strand, and you can then mix it up, get your lemons into your wardrobe. Massive colour for this year, massive colour. You can flick through your glossy magazines and within pages you will instantly see lemon, fresh colours, fantastic colours coming through for spring and summer. Or of course your lilacs, always going to be very feminine, then you've got of course those lovely warm, rich, rustic tones of the oranges, all together in one strand. It's $7.95. All of these strands are coming up today, so the lemon quartz and the mystic amethyst, it's all coming up today. Let's just show you one more time a la action. $7.95 is, oh, pay. That looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it?
It's gorgeous.
So workable.
Yeah, and the great thing about JM pearls, I find, is that you can wire wrap with them. So I would only use those ones because I find others flake when you try and put wire with them. So for me, that strand, I would literally use one at a time and make a feature pendant or a ring. And you've got the variety of colours, so it's going to go so far. It's perfect strand, really.
And I think that the reality is that the size is going to lend itself to be a feature, isn't it?
Yeah.
The actual size of those, and you know, some of the strands that we've put alongside, that we can see how well they work. Smaller stone, and then use these as feature stones within whatever you, as you say, with some wire work, or actually in potential just simple restranding, you know, to add a bit of texture and size and of course, because of the perfection of the sheen of the shell pearl, you do get this fantastic feeling of quality, you know. And I always say, you know, it's always really important, certainly if you're watching for the first time, get our strands home, see for yourself, feel for yourself, because gemstones are not just about quality in terms of visuals, it's about qualities in terms of texture and weight and you know, the touch of a stone that's genuine, the real deal, totally different to synthetics. Totally different, and actually hopefully that will almost encourage some more creativity, hopefully, you know, release even more potential from your jewellery making by working with quality. $7.95 is all you're paying. I'm down to limited stock now, so if you'd like to join us on that one, please do make sure that you pick up the phone nice and early on that offer. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. It is a free phone number that you're dialing, or alternatively you can join us on the web at www.jewellerymaker.com. 1p for the whole weekend. Bought from us yesterday, you're now adding to your order. Perhaps this is your first purchase of the weekend. Well, the good news is I've got two big shows this weekend. Saturday and Sunday are crammed with fantastic looking opportunities, but also, of course, we have our late show special deals as well. So keep on watching and keep on making the most of that weekend postage and packing offer. We're going to head over to the lovely Gemma now, because we are going to set the challenge. I'm taking the cup. I love it. And we've got quite a lot.
Yeah.
If 4 kits wasn't enough for you.
Yes, it wasn't quite enough. Obviously, I haven't worked hard enough.
That's it, you haven't worked hard. Crack the whip. But we're going to give you a challenge that is really full of potential. And really, when you start to see how much you've got, I don't even know where you're going to begin. I'm really excited to see what comes out. Now, we're going to begin with one of our new bead boxes.
Yeah.
Now, our bead boxes used to be just strands, but actually we've diversified and we've really mixed it up a bit. We've gone, hang on a minute, let's make our bead boxes much more than just a bead box. So you're actually getting, within our bead boxes, 3 feature strands. Now, your strands, I love these pyramids. Well, they're not pyramids, are they? They're triangles.
Yeah.
Boxed triangles almost, aren't they? 3D triangles. I mean, very, very much contemporary feel to that strand. You can really imagine that being as much as a gent's piece as you could a lady's piece, actually, because of the you know, the strength of the actual look. I mean, if I just give you a profile to that, can you see how great those look? They're magnificent, aren't they? So you have these magnificent hematite triangles. You've then got your puffy hearts as well. So you're going from opposite, like kind of a very unisex appeal from the triangles to a very feminine look with the hearts. You know, there's a definite feel that could really work with some really simple and yet really effective jewellery. I always think when you've got shaped gemstones, you don't need to do a lot, and they become very, very dramatic instantly, don't they?
That's it. Or you can just echo the shape again, which gives you a design, you know, straight away. You don't have to think about it too much.
You'd use the heart to make a heart?
Possibly, yeah. You've got that option, haven't you?
Definitely. And then in particular, because they do sit within each other, they feel like they've got this really nice almost formality about them already, don't they? So you've got your heart-shaped hematite as well, plus this fantastic strand of amethyst. Beautiful, beautiful quality to this amethyst. Now, these are drop style medium nuggets, and you've got their 8x8 to 13x10 millimetre. Now, you're getting well over 200 carats within this one strand. That's amazing, isn't it, when you start to talk about carat weight like that? 230 carats of amethyst. Spectacular. Drama. Intense. I mean, amethyst is such an indulgent gemstone. It is such a feature of opulence. You just want to go back to in history. You know, you want to go back to Roman era. You want to go back to the point where only the Roman emperor was the one who could wear purple. That's because purple dye was almost impossible to get hold of. And I think basically the heritage of that type of regality to this colour actually echoes into our day right now. You know, the Queen's you know, coronation gown. Fantastic rich purple. It really does echo opulence in every sense. And I can imagine the kind of intensity of dramatic jewellery that can be made from this type of quality of a strand.
It's gorgeous. It's lovely deep colours and the irregular shapes, you know.
And I think
like working with irregular shapes.
yeah, I was just going to say, sometimes it swings and roundabouts. You know, really, some people quite like to have regularity. They like to have just symmetry within. But actually, sometimes to work with irregular gives you something much more unique.
Yeah, and it's a way of, if you're simply beading, if your technique is that's where you're at the moment, then you can add texture to your piece by using an irregular shaped bead rather than trying to do it with a dramatic technique or wire work. It's great for adding texture and bulk.
Love it.
Yeah.
So you've got those 3 strands, but of course, this bead box does not stop there. In fact, there's a lot more still to come. And that's what's amazing about our bead boxes. They are going to go very far. I've already sold 30. 30 have already gone. And I will just say, this is the first time we are going to do a bead box. I'm just about to give the game away, aren't I? I'll do it. Under £20. This is the first bead box we've ever done under £20. Our brand new bead boxes. None of them have done this price point before. This is rewriting the rules of what our bead boxes were going to be. I will say to you, I don't know how many times we'll be able to honour that pricing. So please do make sure that if you see this as yours, if you want to be part, I mean, the 230 carats of amethyst, that alone should have you on the phone lines for $19.95. But you're not just getting a dramatic 3-strand offer, you're also getting this fantastic nugget of a pendant. A nugget? Donut. I said nugget. I was thinking chicken nuggets and donuts.
Yeah, you can get them in the same
fast food restaurants. Lovely. Other healthy options are available. You've got the gorgeous hematite donut, beautiful pendant. You do have 2 rectangle banded agate pendants as well. Plus, on top of that, take a look at this. Our wire work expert is here, so thank goodness you've got wire, and not just wire. Look at that gorgeous purple. That is just stunning. Purple coloured copper wire, that is a 0.8mm, and you've also got your black wire there, so you can make some really dramatic jewellery out of this. And this is 0.6mm black coloured copper wire. If that wasn't enough, for less than £20. Remember, this is the first time one of our new bead boxes has gone less than 20. For $19.95, you're also getting your lilac nylon beading thread, and you're also getting some lovely spacer beads. So you're getting sterling silver faceted rice spacer beads. I mean, this is everything you could possibly need to get going, isn't it?
Oh, it is. You know, if you want to have a go at wire work, I can't believe the price on that, to be honest. You couldn't set yourself up better by buying things separately, and you can store it all.
And I think the thing is that actually in reality, like, if you want to explore something that you've never done before, you don't want to invest a huge amount of money because you don't know whether, first of all, you're going to like it, or whether you're going to be, it's your kind of thing.
That's
you know,
right.
Everybody has their own talents and their own skills, so you want to try something, but without investing, I mean, less than £20, you've got wire, and hopefully, I mean, perhaps part of the challenge we could ask is, could you do something quite basic so that if people are starting off in their wire work explorations, that actually they might be able to see something that you make, they go, actually I could do that.
Yes,
you know, maybe we could come up with something that is a good starting point for somebody who's just learning to wire work. And if you are somebody who wants to explore wire work, we do have DVDs available on our website and of course via our call centre. The DVDs, we have edition 1, which is the basic wire work. We do have also edition 2, which is about working with the gizmo, but actually we'll do basic, so that if you want to get involved in wire work, we'll show you the potential with this kit and with the wire that you're getting for less than £20. You could get the DVD for $4.95. The DVDs are fantastic. I've never heard anybody have a bad word about our DVDs. So there is definitely a potential there to make a difference to your jewellery making in a very easy way without feeling like, you know, you spent a fortune to get involved in something. $19.95. Congratulations. Hold the lines to confirm. So you've got 0.8mm purple coloured copper wire, and you've got 0.6mm black coloured copper wire, plus of course your thread, and you do get your presentation box as well. Now we're down to limited stock already on this. You will get your presentation box just to keep everything tidy as well, isn't it? Just, you know, when you're tidy mind, tidy creations,
yes.
you know, tidy home. Well, I've got a tidy mind. Well, I'd like to think I do, but I definitely don't have a tidy home. Children of 1, 2 and 3, I can guarantee, don't do tidy home.
No, I'm an artist, I've got an excuse, that's it.
I'm an artist, I'm creative,
I'm creative.
darling. I have no such excuse.
Could possibly be tidy.
If I said that to my husband, he'd just laugh in my face. So they think, what? May I say, my house would be tidy if I didn't have a husband or 2 children.
Yeah.
My house would be lovely and tidy. Namely, actually, when my husband goes off to work, my husband works away like kind of 6 days, you know, out of 10. And so actually, when he goes off, the house is respectable for that time. He walks in the door and it's suddenly like everything falls apart.
Yeah.
And everything's everywhere. I just look at him and just go, how do you do it? Yeah. How do you change? How do you change the tidiness of my house within seconds of your presence in it? Yeah. It's amazing.
It just all goes to pot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It all falls apart and it looks like you haven't done anything the whole time you've been away.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have had a clean house, I promise, tidy house, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart. Yeah, whatever. Sitting on the sofa with my cup of tea. 1995 is already paid for that. Fantastic. Now we're not going to stop there because obviously that would make life easy.
Yeah, that's no good.
No, that's no good. No. When we've got you, we make you work for your money. Right.
Thank you.
Bead box. Less than £20. I don't know why I did that, but let's just move it. I'll rock it down. Right. Every time we have had strands like this on air, they've sold out. And there's a reason.
No, of course, yeah. They're gorgeous.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
They are just absolutely fantastic. You've got here the colour of what I would say is summer wear. I look at a strand like this and I just go, get me on holiday.
Yeah.
Take me somewhere hot so I can walk down the beach with my little cool jewellery on. You know, that's just so gloriously colourful.
Yeah.
Vibrant. And you know, we were talking the other day and we were talking about me and my black outfits. And actually in reality, I'm still very comfortable with wearing black. I like bringing colour in my jewellery. I do like, I mean, you've got a very lovely black outfit on, but if we just introduced colour like that, I mean, literally, it transforms a little black dress to being colourful, vibrant. That matches your eyes. That looks lovely. Pretty, so pretty. Blue, green, jasper, puffy squares, 20mm, 400 carats. I'm not hitting on her. They're so hitting on her. She's hitting on you, Gemma. That's what they've just said in my ear. So cheeky.
Save it.
You've got here a fantastic 400 carats of feature blue-green jasper. You guys are so funny.
You make me blush.
I know, mate.
blush really easily.
Blush. Take a look. Ryan's blushing as well.
Blushing.
Ryan.
It's a whole different
Ryan,
show, isn't it?
Maybe Ryan. We'll give him save Ryan. Right then, Saving Private Ryan. Limited stock. I nearly changed that around as well. I could have taken saving Private Ryan. I could have taken those 3 words
Yes,
and
you could.
yes. Moving on.
Skip that.
Moving on. Anyway, you've got your blue-green puffy squares of jasper for $5.95. Woo! We have got an amazing price tag on that one. I mean, just look at the colour. It really does have that tropical vibrancy, doesn't it? Loads of people on the phone lines. Hecky thump. I'm not surprised by that, really. $5.95. Amazing offer. Congratulations. Hold the lines to confirm. 0800 644 655. If you've got a phone in your hand, keep it there. It is a free phone number. There is queues, so please do stay there. You can You can also join us at www.jewellerymaker.com. $5.95. Congratulations, limited stock there if you've got that. Oh, do you know when you've smiled so hard that it hurts your cheeks? It goes right in your jaw, doesn't it? Oh, that's where I'm... It hurts, it hurts. $5.95 is all you pay. I've got 20 people on the phone lines, and I will say I think that's going to be a sellout. So if you're watching on the repeat, you need to be quick. I mean, really, I would say if you're watching on repeat, there's every chance it's sold out. But there might be a case of somebody doesn't put it through in their basket, well, they put it in their basket, but they don't check out. And if that's the case, we might have just a few left in stock at the end of the show. So if that's the case, I think it is a sellout. But there is the potential that we might have a handful left if you're watching on the repeat show. So congratulations on that one. 0800 644 655. Pour the lanes.
Thank you.
Final offer. I mean, we could stop there just to introduce a little bit more colour.
Yeah.
We could have just left that there. But we don't. But we don't. How about, as an added to your order opportunity, if you've just got that fantastic blue-green jasper, what about introducing even more of that turquoise delight? You have here this fantastic feature of vibrant, crisp, neon turquoise. Absolutely beautiful, puffy ovals. Your price tag for this fantastic blue butterfly jasper ovals, they are 20 by 15 millimeter. Your price tag, $8.95. Just to the bottom there. Can you see it? Just to the bottom of the screen. Just there. $8.95 is all you pay. $8.95 for your blue butterfly jasper puffy. It was launched on our late show just a couple of days ago. We're now down to last of stock. We're down to last of stock, but it's a first come first served. Less than 20 in stock, I think it is. If you want to join us, $8.95 is all you pay. $8.95. First come first served, vibrant colour.
It's gorgeous.
That's nice. I mean, I'm not surprised. Look at that as a combo. Hey, combo with jasper. Sorry, Dee. Sorry, Dee just looked at me as if to go, oh, Vix. Vicky. No, don't do it. Don't. Why? Why lower yourself, Vicky? Sorry, girls.
I'm not sure I'm going to get through today.
$8.95 is all you're going to pay for this blue butterfly jasper puffy ovals. Fantastic colour, really beautiful look, really beautiful look. So, Jem, what are you thinking?
Oh,
where do we begin? I mean, we have said within the challenge we'd really like
some simple wire work.
Yes,
yeah,
with
so
the wire.
I'm there with that. I think I'll start with making a few clasps so that you can see, because there's no clasps in this kit. So,
no.
For those who've never used wire before, you can actually make a whole set of jewellery if I show you how to make some clasps. So
brilliant.
That might be for a nice basic one for this kit. And then I think mixing that purple with that blue, this turquoisey blue, I think that's just gorgeous together.
Oh, wow.
So,
I see, I would never have put that together, and yet look at it.
So I love those two colours together.
And so you're going to make something, what were you thinking? Neckline, bracelet?
Neckline. I also have some other goodies that I
might
might incorporate.
Now, we have got something else that we will tell you about. We are also going to give Gemma some of our wire mesh. The wire mesh, you might not have seen before, and if you have, I know there's a lot of people who are a little bit more, what's the word?
Sceptical.
Yes, skeptical,
Skeptical,
reticent to the wire mesh because they don't know what to do with it. So we did say to Gemma when she was coming, how about we use it and we'll show. So we are going to give some wire mesh as well, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that as we progress, because we will come back throughout the show to Gemma within her challenge. So we will be able to talk about the wire mesh as she's making it, and perhaps we'll actually come at one point. While I did say this was going to be a technique day, because you know if we've got Gemma here, you know, she's got such great techniques to be able to show us that actually in reality we may as well enjoy that. So we are going to have plenty of techniques. So we will come back through the challenge throughout the show and perhaps show how we work the wire mesh into jewellery making, etc. Because it really can be an amazing addition, can't it?
It's fantastic, and there's so many ways to use it which I don't think have been explored yet, and I'm excited every time I go onto Facebook and see what people are making. I think, well, that's another way of using it.
Exactly.
So hopefully I'll be able to share a few tips.
So we'll do that. So we will make sure that we do that throughout the show. Now, don't go anywhere because we have lots and lots still to come. Four kits today with 4 feature techniques. Plus, on top of that, we also have new in with Morganite. And this is not a normal offer for Morganite. I will say to you, we have got a big deal. And I mean that we have got a big quantity, which means that we can go a low price. Big quantity, I have to say, in Morganite terms, is anything bigger than probably a stock of about 50, we would call a big quantity. So please do be prepared for that. Morganite coming up for you later on. Plus, on top of that, I've got Mystic Amethyst. Plus, we have some more special offers coming your way on pearls, preparing you for tomorrow because we have got some prolific opportunities tomorrow. Keep watching because it's time for the Wall of Fame.
Not to...
100 is, where are we? Natalia? Yeah, Natalia. No.
Natalia.
Carol
French.
Oh, she's talking about Natalia, but it's
Oh.
on the beginning, and so it looks like, and then it looks like it says Natalie in Brentwood. Anyway, I digress. Carol, hello. She says, morning all. Sorry if you've received this twice, but having a problem with my emails at the mo. This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. Hope you like it. The comb, wire, and blue jade from Jewellery Maker, and clips and other beads are from my stash. Loving this week's show with the brilliant Laura and Natalia. Oh, there you go. So interesting and inspirational. Love and hugs, and that's Carol French in Brentwood in Essex. I like a lot, and that, again, you know, just from what we had there, the blue jasper and the butterfly jasper, you can see how those colours can work in to make some fantastic good looking jewellery.
Gorgeous.
Carol, congratulations to you. And I have to say, I didn't know when I came in yesterday that there was a silver art clay course on. Well, I walked up the stairs and everybody sat there doing this amazing technique, and I just, because I didn't know they were going to be there, I was really excited, and I just blustered and went, "Hiya!" like this, and everybody kind of looked up as if to go, all right, who are you? Oh my goodness, I was so embarrassed. So it was lovely to meet everybody yesterday, and you know, I have to say the techniques and the finished products were amazing.
I can't wait to get my hands
If you've
on
ever done, yeah, if you've ever thought about, you know, progressing into the silver art clay, Natalia is just an inspiration. She really is incredible, and I know the ladies on the course said exactly that, and it was I know they'd had a great day. So as I say, if you are interested in any of our workshops, speak to our call centre. We often play the VTs in our breaks that tell you a little bit more about what's going on our various workshops. So if you are interested in making yourself some amazing silver findings, silver pendants, silver details, then there's certainly definitely a course coming your way that you'll be interested in. Sorry.
Okay, right. I've got 402, and it's from Diane Warham. I don't know where she's from, I'll find out in a minute. And she's made this lovely pendant there. It's got a painting. I'll have to read on. Hi everyone at JM. This is my entry for this week. All you need is a string of pearls and create your own pendants. Oh, that's it. All you need, she says. This one I hand painted on a very large crystal. Pearls are my passion. They are so organic and they go with everything, and so in vogue. Regards to all, Diane Warham. It's fabulous, Diane. Look at that.
That's incredible.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I just painted that. I just did that.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
all you need.
I just knocked that up. You know, that's what I do. That's amazing.
Is that glass paint, Diane? You have to let us know.
That's incredible.
What paint
beautiful
is that?
Little cottage.
Fabulous.
See, with a little. That's
lovely
amazing.
wire work at the top.
And I just tip it forward so that that's it like that.
You see.
Fantastic. And it is our pearls, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Our feature pearls. And if you like your pearls, as I say, prolific offers coming your way.
Prolific. Oh, we got it.
It took me a week to get up to that. I knew that we had a big offer this weekend, and I've been trying to work out how, just as I was driving in today, it's sort of prolific. Anyway, Lynn, hello Lynn in Worcestershire. She says, this is my first attempt at jewellery making. Your first attempt, look at it, it's beautiful. Oh, congratulations, 401 you are. She says, it is made with multicolour quartz twisted pennies. silver-plated wire and magnetic clasp of my own. I would like to know how others have used these gemstones, as I found them hard to match up with my slowly growing stash, and they are a quality price tag. Like I said, I am new and have a lot to learn. Loving my new addiction, and that's Lynn in Stourport on 7 in Worcestershire. Well, see, it's interesting because I remember presenting these and saying, just like with the pearls that we did earlier on, that actually in reality you could use them like you have in one neckline piece, but actually there's a potential to take each one of them separately and put them with other different colours and textures within your stash. And as you say, with the growing stash that you have, perhaps it's something that you put to one side and let other things filter into your stash to then work with them. Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to use them straight away because your creativity might come from something else that comes into your stash. Hopefully today, well, I can tell you that today is going to be quite a creative, exciting day, so hopefully there might be something that comes your way today that might inspire you with the rest of what you've got. Maybe. Well, congratulations and thanks for taking the time to contact us and send that in. 401 you are, Lynn.
Well done, Lynn. Right, this is 403 and this is from Catherine. It says, Dear JM, here is my Wall of Fame entry for this week. Not my usual sort of make, more classic. Faceted black onyx with mesh beads and lac beads, all JM. I'm home with laryngitis, hard to teach with no voice. Oh. I'm surrounded by purple bags full of JM goodies and watching Natalia reminds me how much I'm looking forward to going on her course soon.
It's not funny, I didn't talk about it.
I like the new findings idea, keep up the good work. Is it true you're going 24 hours? Catherine.
We already are kind of 24 hours. You mean live 24 hours? No. Not to my knowledge. I don't think I could keep up with that kind of...
No.
I'm good. Like me and dirty doubles and me and tricky triples. I mean, perhaps, but maybe it's a Vicky marathon. Maybe maybe I could, right, for charity, do like something like a 24-hour, non-stop jewellery maker.
That could be messy, couldn't it?
That would be brilliant. Wouldn't it? Yeah, no, I could do everything for charity. I could get paid and then put it in for charity, and I could do like a 24-hour marathon. 24 hours of presenting.
You could have 24 hours of making and then auction all the jewellery.
Dee's looking at me like I've lost my head. She's going, you do know that?
Dee was quite excited, I think.
I'll put that and I'll put it and I'll think about it, whether that's actually physically possible. I'd have to have like kind of a lot of banana on toast. That's my stable diet. On a more,
That's a coffee.
It's there.
Red Bull.
But in answer to your question, 24 hours, not to our knowledge.
No.
Might be tomorrow that suddenly we go 24 hours, but no.
Maybe Catherine's talking about Freeview, or one of the channels does it only play for so long?
We only play for 4 hours, yes, on the Freeview. Freeview, where we do, of course, we are part of a company, Gems TV, alongside us, and Gems TV Extra, and then Jewellery Maker, all part of one company. So we do roll out Jewellery Maker on our sister channel, Gems TV, for the morning show. So perhaps you've got that in mind. But to answer your question, I mean, 24 hours live, not to our knowledge. No, not to our knowledge. So thanks for the question. Though, if you heard a whispering, then I don't know where the whispers come from. We have got texts coming as well. Send your texts in to 60777. So that's 60777. Lovely to hear from you today. Sylvia says in South Yorkshire, good morning, Vicky and Gemma. At last the programme I've been waiting for. My favourite two on one shore.
Oh, Sylvia's lovely. Hi, Sylvia.
In Spain.
Yeah, she's so lovely.
Jen, holiday.
Yeah.
Hiya, Sylvia. In Spain? Are you in Spain a lot? Have you got your own place? How many bedrooms does it have, Sylvia?
I think she would have a set. She's so lovely.
Oh, Sylvia, bless you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Lovely. Yeah, Jewellery Maker on tour. That's a better idea than 24 hours on Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker goes Spanish on itself. Hola! Yes. Is that a good idea? Fantastic. I don't mind wearing the sombrero. Yeah? You could have the castanets, Ryan. We have plenty and plenty of still to look forward to. We've got brand new kits. We've got 4 feature techniques to show you as well with Gemma. We've also got brand new in stock with that Morganite. So keep watching. It is a jam-packed full show, so you don't want to move a muscle.
Join Jewellery Maker on May 22nd for our Wire Gizmo show with guest designer Rachel Norris.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com. Or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making!
Add to your collection with our Wirework DVD, which is full of hints, tips and step-by-step instructions for all levels. Join guest designer Laura Binding as she takes you through how to create the Tree of Life, the herringbone weave and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Shop with us on Friday, Saturday and Sunday and you'll pay one delivery charge of just £4.95.
Important information for all silver clay fans. Due to the increasing costs of silver, we will be putting our silver clay course price up from the 1st of June, so book now to take advantage of the lowest prices we'll ever be able to offer.
There is so much in this first kit. Oh my goodness me. I don't even know where to begin. Our brand new kits are, well, incredibly well received, and rightly so, because when you look at the ingredients, this is incredible. Lovely to have your company here on Jewellery Maker this Saturday. Hoping that I'm finding you well. I'm Vicky, by the way. The lovely Gemma's joining us as our guest designer, and already I can tell you that the jewellery that has been made from this kit, well, both myself, Grace and Dee have fallen in love with every single piece that's been made from this kit. It is fantastic. Gem has made some, well, amazing jewellery. But the potential, you see, the thing is, the potential from this kit is so huge that in reality, no wonder Gem has made such amazing jewellery, because actually the reality of it is that it almost unleashes so much potential. I mean, I don't know whether, Ryan, is it possible to just give a quick flash of the jewellery that has got the look at that. I would like to say that we didn't decapitate Gemma, the mannequin. It is just a separate head. We haven't, you know, we'd like it known that no mannequins were harmed in the making of this piece of jewellery. So the headpiece there, you can see this beautiful, it's very Sienna Miller-esque, isn't it? That lovely, like, real, almost, it's got a little bit of a flirty 30s kind of feel about it.
Very festival.
Yeah, yeah, you could imagine, you know, very cool people wearing it.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that I would, yeah, I'm not cool enough. And on top of that, just take a look at the neckline pieces. I mean, I'm wearing a wrist piece as well. That just every single aspect of this kit just goes so far to making some fantastic jewellery. I mean, look at that. This is on the wild side jewellery kit. You've got a common. You've got your black agate, and let me just introduce these as separate entities. Just let me show you first of all this fantastic strand. You've got your black agate plain rounds. These are a great size, 15mm, 645 carats you have in this singular strand. 645 carats. Now I've already got people on the phone lines for this kit. I haven't told you the price tag. But you know that if we can, we will push boundaries. We will take it as low as we possibly can. You've got here an amazing black agate plain round strand. Plus, and this is where I mean by there's an abundance of ingredients, 3 additional strands of your variant woods. So you have your tiger ebony wood bicorns, these gorgeous shapes to add something totally unique to your jewellery making. You've got your redwood round beads, and these are 10mm. And then you've got your rosewood round beads, and those are 4 to 5mm. What I like about this is that you've got some really exciting sizes. It's not just about, you know, going for the standards of 4, 6 and 8, or, you know, 6, 8 and 10mm. Actually, you've got sizes and shapes, and you've got different texture to work with. Perhaps you've never worked with wood. Well, I have to say, certainly coming into spring and summer, wood is a really, really nice way to add a different diversity to your jewellery making. And if you haven't thought about using it, well, this is the kit that's going to introduce you without breaking the bank to not just fantastic looking gemstones and wood, but how about, wow, the most incredible list of additional findings. It is silver-plated copper that you're getting here with 100 pieces guaranteed. 100 pieces! Okay, let's lead you through it. Silver-plated shepherd hooks. You've also got your heart-shaped toggle clasp. You've got head pins, 15 pieces of your head pins. You've also got your bolt ring clasp and jump rings, 2 of those. You're getting silver-plated copper crimp beads. You're getting 15 pieces of those. You're also getting your closed jump rings. You're getting 10 pieces of them. You're getting your plain beads. Those are 4mm, 10 pieces of them. You're also getting 1 of your silver-plated copper toggle clasps, 13mm. You're getting silver-plated copper twist oval loop chain. That is a metre, a whole metre of chain in this offer. You're also getting 10 eye pins. You're also getting some earring chandeliers, and you're getting 20 crimp beads. Hecky thump. I'm already down to restricted availability. I'm already down to restricted availability. I mean, just to highlight just some aspects of these ingredients. Just, to be honest, I don't know which one I want to highlight at most, but in reality, just look at these. 20 of these fantastic, twisted, detail beads. I mean, they are absolutely beautiful, aren't they? All of these that you are getting in one offer. I mean, your bead covers as well. Crimp cut, it's just amazing. 100 pieces. On the wild side, jewellery kit coming to you already in restricted availability at, wow. Oh. Oh. Oh, take a look. Look, camera 4, look at this. Ryan's got his hands on his hips. Oh, we might not need to call you, because if we're going to do our Spanish too, we might need to start calling you Jose. Jose has got his hands on his hips. Juan, instead of Ryan, it's Juan. Hello, Juan. How you doing, Juan? 21.95 is all you're paying. An amazing offer, limited stock opportunity, 100 carats. Honestly, I really think we need to start talking about this Jewellery Maker tour like it's happening, because then the bosses will have no choice but to make it happen. So if we say that it's actually going to happen, what's the best time to do it for everyone? Are we saying like maybe a couple of months' time? Around August time? Lovely. Shall we head it to maybe Ibiza? I'm just suggesting Ibiza's quite a good, like, Ibiza town. I wouldn't mind going to Ibiza town. That's lovely. I lived in Ibiza, yeah. So I quite like I like Ibiza. Shall we do it? Yeah, I have been there, but I like it, so I don't mind going back. Look, we can't be picky. Look, this is just a pretend holiday that they don't know that we're going on yet. Let's not get picky. Grace has gone, but you've been there. You've been there, Grace. Really, I've probably been to most places in the Med. I don't think that's going to be our issue. Our issue is probably going to be actually getting them to agree to it. 20, do you reckon? I think we should try and push this. I think Jewellery Maker tour.
Yeah.
You know, the Jewellery Maker tour. We could start just local and then push our boundaries.
Yeah, the
you know,
roadshow.
slowly but surely, you know, go from Birmingham, and then we could slowly end up right to the bottom. We could end up in Dover, right? End up in Dover and then accidentally just jump on a ferry and go, bye there. And everybody would have to come with us. Is it a plan? Just don't mention it to the bosses just yet, if that's all right, yeah? 21.95 is all you paid on this amazing, ridiculous price tag. But 100, I mean, just to say 100 pieces, let's not forget, this is your copper plated, it is your copper sterling silver plate. No, go say it again, Vicky. This is your copper silver plated findings. They're not solid sterling silver, but if you are looking to create some wow factor jewellery and you're happy to use your silver plated, well, surely this is the way we do it.
I thought it was a mistake when it arrived.
So much.
Yeah, there was just tons of, I was thinking, surely they've given me a findings pack that I shouldn't have. I was almost scared to make it up because I thought I'd get here and
yes.
but, you know,
sorry about that.
Yes, but it just went on, and you, to be honest, you could have given me this kit 10 times over and I could have
really,
yeah, I could have,
yeah,
you could have really
with it.
gone to town with it. I loved it, loved it.
And
in
you
fact,
have, oh sorry,
I said to Martin, who's my other half, I said, Martin, if this kit while I'm on goes under 35, grab me one. So the fact that
this kit goes under 35,
I had just absolutely no clue that it would be that low. It's fabulous.
Martin, you better. I can tell you now, Martin, I've only got limited stock now. And I mean, when I say limited, I am down to the last. Martin, you are so good at getting to bother if you haven't yet picked up the phone or if you haven't yet bought it. Martin.
Or if he's having a lie-in.
If you're having a lie-in, Martin, there'll be trouble. Not from Gemma, but from me.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, laddie. Do you know what I mean? Double act here. Watch out. $21.95 is the price that you pay. Anything less than 35, Gemma had said to her partner, buy it. $21.95 is the actual price. 100 pieces are fine. And I think actually, when you start to put it into perspective, 100 pieces, including a metre
The chain, yeah.
of chain. And look at this. Look at that. I mean, there is so much. It is so, I don't even know where to begin. This I adore. I really do love it.
It's a bit different. I've used the chain in a more traditional way in another kit, so I thought, you know, let's do something a bit different.
And you do get that little chandelier addition as well with this kit, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, Gracie, I reckon this is Al Master, as we call her, because she's got her divers masters now. Ooh. She is Al Master. Our Grace, our director, I have a feeling that might accidentally disappear. Yes. Because I can imagine Grace wearing that beautifully. I just think that's so cool. It's just got that real sense of... I will turn it around just so you can see how it's done. Ready? Keep on turning it around just so you can see the detail. Let's go to this. It's just absolutely beautiful. And the chain's thick enough for it to feel solid and yet actually not too thick for it to be anything other than perfect for that type of design, isn't it? Yeah. Gorgeous. But that's just one look, and this is what I mean by this kit is endless. It really does have endless potential, because taking these lovely beads, the twisted beads, again, I couldn't believe how many you got.
Well, it's like a 5-strand kit. That is, you know.
Exactly. I mean, if you just see that, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Absolutely, and a matching pair of earrings to go alongside it. So you've got that very nice evening wear look out of that combination.
It's beautiful on, and it's so heavy and so cold. You know, you feel the quality as soon as you put it to your neck.
And interesting, for those of you watching for the first time, just to let you know, because we're working with genuine gemstones, it's not just about the way that they look that is different to synthetics, but the way that they feel, and they also have a different temperature. You know, genuine gemstones, you'll always find are probably about 2 or 3 degrees cooler than any other, well, probably synthetics is the best way to compare it. But that's genuine gemstones. They just hold a coolness about them, and they actually they transfer the body heat, so they'll warm up once they sit against your skin. So it's really, you'll feel the difference with genuine gemstones. And if you've never worked with them before, this is absolutely magnificent. And the thing is you do have your genuine gemstones, but you've also got something different that perhaps some people haven't explored yet, which is the wood. So tell us a little bit more. How did you get on with the wood? If I just bring that one forward.
Well, it's lovely to work with it. I haven't worked with wood for such a long time because, you know, it's all gemstones that I use now. And generally when people are commissioning something, it's gemstones, they have a particular thing in mind. So it was nice to get to work with the wood and the lovely shapes. What's nice about that is that's a really big statement necklace, but it's not going to drag you down. You know, you can get the really bold looks without, one, the price tag, and two, the weight. So, you know, it's just lovely material.
And I think, you know, coming into spring and summer, the neckline does open up. You know, we do start to wear much more exposing neckline outfits, don't we? You know, your maxi dresses and that kind of thing. It is a décolletage that is ready to be bejewelled. But in reality, it's quite nice, certainly coming into spring and summer, to wear something a little bit more earthy, something a little bit more unique. You know, it does say, for me, that does say perfect summer holiday wear.
Yeah, but the great thing about wood is that you can wear it right through the seasons, because in the summer you dress it with sort of more organic, you know, flowy materials, and it looks great. But in the winter you can put it on over a polo neck, and it you know, it adds warmth. So perfect.
And you continued with the same principles and brought together both the gemstones and the feature of the findings and the chain and the wood together. I mean, it's amazing. I have to say, this red wood is beautiful. I would actually say it actually has almost a sheen that you wouldn't classify as wood. You would almost look at it and think that it was a genuine gemstone, wouldn't you?
When you do it, like when you twiddle it round, like you would with, you know, trying to see the chatoyancy of a...
Yes, like a cat's eye.
On a cat,
that's right.
Yeah, on a cat's eye or a tiger's eye, that's it. You'll actually get that sometimes. I mean, I think they look a bit more speckly on the screen. They're actually much smoother. More,
there is almost it does feel like there is like a cat's eye effect on it. It's very interesting.
It's very hard to catch here on those screens, but
$21.95 low stock offer. I'm down to the last 20 in stock now, so that's it. Just 20 in stock. If you're watching on repeat, I have to say to you, you need to pick up the phone right now if you want it. If you're watching on repeat in particular, I do suggest that you pick up, of course, if you're joining us on the web, www.jewellerymaker.com. Now, there's one other piece that you're actually going to show us how to make, and I've been wearing it. I've had a few people asking about it, so let's show you how to make it. It's a combination of the 3 variant strands that you get with this kit of the wood. So you're getting your tiger ebony wood, you're getting your red, and you're also getting, I think it's rosewood actually, isn't it? What's the exact colourings, guys? Tiger ebony, rosewood and redwood. Oh, I was right. Phew.
Okay, so I'm going to start by making this little flower here, which these, what do you call these? Bow cones lend themselves to sit nicely together to make a flower shape.
How about I hold it like that, and then we can do it like that.
Are we going on the top?
Yep.
Or? Okay, so, I haven't got any of these off.
So you're working...
So you work with one piece of thread. So you cut yourself a nice long length, because you can always chop it down, you know, but it's very hard to add on. So we need some beads, some of these, and 5 of your bicones.
Okay, so 5 bicones.
5 bicones and 5 little round of your little... The rosewood. Yeah. So first of all, you just thread one end. Doesn't matter how much thread you take through, you can go equal or just on the end. Take one through your bicone and then through your tiny rosewood, and that rosewood acts as a stopper. That's all it's there for. It looks nice as well, which is a bonus, but it just is a stopper. And you pull it through nice and tight. So there you've got...
So that's almost your first petal done.
Yeah. So you've got one petal.
I like this already.
Very simple. Then you thread on your next bicone.
Yeah.
And your next rosewood.
Yeah.
There.
You're going to do exactly the same principle.
And thread it back through itself, and again the rosewood acts as a stopper.
And for somebody who's watching for the very first time, and perhaps you like the idea of jewellery making, but you've never taken the step into it, this is a simple, to create the most effective jewellery. You know, sometimes the most simple of techniques can be applied to make really dramatic jewellery, can't it?
That's it.
So you're just repeating the same principle.
I'm going to repeat that. I'm just going to give you a tip whilst we're going along. You want the petals to sit nice and close together. Yeah. So as you're threading on one of your petals there, thread your tiger tail or whatever you, beading thread back through, and then just hold these beads. Let me see if I can show you. You want to hold them quite snug towards each other so that these two are sort of touching. You want them nice and close. So just keep that firm with your fingers, and that one there, and then when you pull, that should pull it nice and tight together. Okay, so they sit nicely.
You're also holding them tight as you're doing it. You're not then going to fiddle and pull as once you've got them all in place.
No.
You actually almost want them to be tight as you're doing it.
As you're doing it.
Okay.
Because once you've got sort of more than 3 petals on, it's very hard to tighten. You can, but
it's just not as easy.
Not as easy, and you might as well do it as you go along.
Okay.
So, right, I think we've got that. So we're now on the 4th petal.
Yeah.
We're going to use 5. The shape needs to lend itself nicely to 5.
Okay.
Where am I? Don't worry about it twisting. It'll all be
same again.
Same again. Last
Use
one
the
now.
rosewood as the stopper.
Yeah.
Bring it through back into the bicorn.
Back through. And they do want to leap about and twist as you go, but you can just. You're the boss. You tell them where to go.
All the time. It doesn't seem to work like.
Right, where am I here? So here's my gap. So just, again, hold that one firm.
Give it a pull.
When you're at home, you can take as long as you like. You know.
There you go.
Okay. So I've got, they're not joined, can you see? They're not joined. So all I do is take one of the longer strands that you've got left and thread it through. Where are we?
That's it. I was just going
I've
to say,
drifted.
can you just move it a little bit further forward?
So here we are. So can you see there's the gap there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And we want to join that together. So we just put our beading thread through this one here. Up. And through the rosewood. There we go. That's that. That's your flower shape. Okay.
So now you've got your petals.
Got our petals.
Yeah.
And then we want to put a centre bead on.
Okay.
So we just thread. Which wood is this?
That is the redwood.
The redwood. Thread the redwood on, and simply.
So that's just adding almost becoming the stamen to the flower, isn't it?
In fact, I'm going to put it on the other side because that's where my.
Nice.
There you go.
And so how are you going to tighten it up then?
So what I'll do now, just find where that comes through. What I'll do now is I'll take this thread round the back.
Yeah.
And just come back from the other side. Thread it back through the centre bead. Okay. So there you go. There's your flower for your bracelet. And then take those threads around the back, and if you want to make it, more secure, and I think probably I did when I made this one, just keep threading them round, as much as you want.
So yeah, twisting. And
keep threading them through the beads.
You decided to put the centre bead to the other side, only because that's the way it was actually sitting.
Just the way it was sitting. You'll see how, where the bead wants to go, which side sort of sits nicer.
And then on the main part of the bracelet itself, that literally is just a restrand onto elastic, isn't it?
It is. And what I did is I've crimped off the two ends on this on the flower, and I've just crimped them, passed them either side through a crimp them off, and then use that as a bead. So thread your elastic underneath the beading thread.
Just hold
Can
it
you
there
see
and
that?
You can see.
Yeah.
Underneath, there you go. You can see the underbody. And so you've literally just used the crimp as almost like the foundations to then adding on, yeah?
Yeah, so then those threads then become sort of the bead, the hole for the bead. And I've used the tiny beads to go underneath the flower just so that it sits nicely on the wrist.
Which is brilliant, and this is what I mean by the sizes really do lend themselves to me making some fantastic wearable jewellery, because jewellery is not just about the way it looks, it's got to be easy to wear, doesn't it? And that certainly is the impact that you're getting. So use the smaller beads just to sit and allow the centre flower to sit against the skin, and use the larger. And it is just, for those of you who are watching, it is just the elastic comes as part of this offer. It is just a restrand onto the elastic, double knot, and hey presto, you have got that feature look. £21.95 is the price on the Wildside Jewellery Kit. It looks like it is a sellout, and I will say to you, if you have purchased that and you've got it into your basket, please can I ask you to check out within the next, well actually let's say now, can you check out now, because I do still have people who haven't got it who would like it. So if you have purchased and it's in your basket and you haven't checked out yet, it would be great if you could do so, so that we know exactly what we have, whether people who are on the phone lines can get it or not. So thank you very much for that, we appreciate that. An amazing kit. Lots more where that comes from. We've got another 3 kits to fit in, plus that feature Morganite as well. Yes, still that amazing Morganite to look forward to. All, well, in the meantime, Wall of Fame. And this is 391. Hello 391. Heather. Hello Heather. She says this week's entry was made with your lovely Keshi pearls and some shell that I found in a charity shop. Crystals are from my stash and an eerie finding as part of the dangle. Love to all at Coloured Rocks and Jewellery Maker, and that's from Heather. Well, lovely, lovely quality. Keshi pearls are so beautiful, and if you do like your pearls, keep watching, because we really do have some amazing offers today and tomorrow to look forward to. So certainly if you are somebody who's into your wedding fairs, perhaps you're making jewellery, you know, being commissioned to make jewellery for a wedding or anything like that, please keep watching. I've got some spectacular prices on pearls.
Okay, I've got number 394 and it's from Jean in Buckhurst. Oh, Buckhurst Hill, sorry. And it says, hi all at JM, here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's a weave using abalone circles, pyrite chips and black onyx beads, all from JM, with a larger abalone oval at the base from my stash. The little discs abalone really wink at you as they catch the light. Hope you like this one. Keep up the fun.
You can actually see, can't you? You can see how they're catching the light throughout the neckline. You can actually see how well that's going to catch the eye. Beautiful, that, gorgeous. I've got 388. Hello, little elephant. Hello to everyone at Jewellery Maker. This is my first entry for the Wall of Fame. I've been making jewellery since last October. Hang on a minute. Having taken early retirement at Christmas. I thought, whoopee, more time for my lovely gems, but alas, I've been needed elsewhere, even more important, helping to look after my 2 small granddaughters. Things are a little calmer now, and I've had time to send in my entry, made in March, as a commission for my friend's granddaughter's 18th birthday, using beautiful aquamarine and quartz, brackets, what a responsibility. She loved it all, by the way. Hope you do too. Love the show. Record it on Sky Plus for all the demos. Love to you all, and that's from Lydia. Absolutely gorgeous, Lydia. I'm not surprised that she was thrilled with that. Of course, perfect for March's birthstone to use the aquamarine as a birthday gift for. Beautiful. Congratulations. Lovely.
Gorgeous.
Really lovely.
Okay, I've got 395 and it's from Christine Hickman. There you go. And it says, hi all at JM, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. I've used coral, large nuggets, mystic orange carnelian, round and silver beads from my stash. I hope it is successful, of course. And love to the programme. Love the programme. Love the programme since finding you a year ago and starting my new hobby. Received my gizmo DVD recently, so you can tell from my entry how much I love using a gizmo. I think the clasp adds more to the design, so do we. It's lovely. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
And actually, I mean, our little tags on top, but you can actually see on the DVD, it does show you, but you're going to show us how to make a clasp without the gizmo, aren't you?
Just a simple clasp.
Simple clasp with wire. Yeah. So do keep watching if you want to learn how to do some wire work today. Because of course, Gemma, amazing. Not just at wire work, but actually to give something, you know, new to your jewellery making. So keep watching. We've got 3 other techniques to fit in. Plus, we've also got the challenge to keep. Yeah, the mesh. We've got the mesh thread to work out on as well. Yeah. We've got the Morganite, and I've also got the mystic amethyst. And I've also got limited edition lemon quartz as well, coming up straight up after the break. Oh, lots to do. Come on, we've got to go.
Jewellery Maker are proud to introduce Lisa Pavelka water slide transfers. These transfers are sure to enhance your silver and polymer clay designs. Each pack contains an extensive collection of images from Art Deco to symbols and nature print. These easy-to-use sheets will come with full instructions and tips for use. They are a great way to embellish all of your creations. Use alongside our border moulds and textured stamps to add a different dimension to your clay creation. To view our full range of Lisa Pavelka products, visit our website.
Shop with us on Friday, Saturday and Sunday and you'll pay one delivery charge of just £4.95.
Take a generous piece of your beading wire and thread 5 gemstones on. Take one end of your beading wire and thread through the first gemstone and pull tightly, making a circle. Take one end of the beading wire and thread another gemstone on. Then take the gemstone and thread across the middle, exiting out through the opposite gemstone. Thread through the next gemstone so that both ends of the thread are facing the same way up. This will enable you to then carry on threading on both sides of your necklace.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
Well, we have got some amazing new in offers for you at Jewellery Maker today. I know that Gemma is well into her challenge now, and I know you're going to really love some of the amazing creations that she's doing. We will continue throughout the show to keep on you know, following and charting how she's going on, but we also have 3 other kits to introduce to you as well. And new in limited edition offer coming your way now. Not only do I have Morganite today, I also have another collector's gemstone. Now there's your Morganite, that's coming up later on. We have had an amazing deal come our way, and with that in mind we're going to pass on the savings to you. I can warn you now that that is going to be an really exquisite auction offer, and I can say with that in mind, if you love your high grade gemstones, if you look for top end limited edition strands, this is the offer for you. Take a look at the utter perfection of these individual beads. Beautiful lemon quartz. You've got here the freshness, the beautiful quality of colour within this strand. Lemon quartz. You've got there the individuality you'd associate with citrine, but yet much more of a zesty, much more of an impact of zest is the only word I can, citrus colour really, isn't it? You've got here a magnificent clarity. I got to highlight these are exquisite. I mean, we're going so far as to say a gem of distinction quality here. This is not just a strand of gemstone, this is top grade strand of lemon quartz. This is high grade opportunity, high end gemstone. I mean, it is a limited edition offer. Now, because it is so restricted in stock, and because I have already so much interest on the phone lines and already purchased on the web, I do want to just highlight this as a first come, first served opportunity. I have very restricted availability. We only have what we got in terms of its launch quantity to offer, no more. We don't predict that this is going to come back into stock. We don't expect that we'll be able to get hold of this grade of gem very often at all. This is a gem of distinction strand. You've got the clarity that you would never expect in the quartz, freshness of colour that is second to none. I mean, if you want to talk about citrine, if you want to talk about citrine, you're probably talking about a darker, a much more sunshiny colour. This is much more zesty. This is, well, we all know the colour of the season. This is the perfect wow factor strand. Gem of distinction opportunity here. Limited edition offer at £19.45. This is limited edition. This is as hard as it is to get hold of Morganite in this same strand. You know, it's so difficult for us to get hold of this grade of gemstone and to do it in bigger quantities. Anything other than 10 or 20 is a big quantity. Limited edition offer. First come, first served on this one. Fantastic clarity, spectacular quality of colour. I mean, the two go hand in hand to be graded as gems of distinction. The quality that you're seeing here, you've got to get it home, see for yourself just how magnificent these are. Every single one of them offering that zest of citrus vibrancy, but offering you the pure beauty of transparency and clarity. Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. £19.45 is all you pay. I have got availability, but now very low stock offer. Is first launched today, and I am now going to say I have every feeling that this is going to be a sellout offer. This is limited edition, and I say that very specifically because I don't know whether you'll ever get an offer like this again. I don't know whether we'll get hold of a strand of this grade of stone again, and I certainly can't honour that price any other time than now. And please just appreciate that we are actually pushing boundaries on price like this. There's every chance this should have been 20, 25 to £30 bracket. That's the grade of the stone. We've taken it to less than 20. I mean, that is us literally skimming off to the penny. I mean, we normally do 95p's. Look, we're taking 50p off because that's, no, again, let's see, how low can we go? Okay, we can take another 50p off. Let's take another 50p off. That's how drastic our pricing is on this. £19.45 for your now limited stock, low stock, lemon quartz plain rounds, 10mm strand. Absolutely magnificent, phenomenal quality. Huge congratulations. I'm going to let the phone lines catch up on us on that one. I do still have people holding on the lines. 0800 644 655. Hold the lines to confirm. You can also join us at www.jewellerymaker.com, whichever way you're going to do it. I've got to just remind you, limited edition means that it is literally the only time that we can anticipate seeing that quality at that price. First come, first served on that. Congratulations. Right then. Oh, I can't not. Oh my goodness. I showed you it earlier on alongside those fantastic shell pearl. Take a look at these. Oh, mystic coated quartz faceted rounds. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you've got amethyst purples coming alongside rose quartz pinks coming with, this is the quartz of perfection. This really is beautiful, ethereal. Oh, my daughter would love this strand. Oh, princess strand, that's what she said. Look at that as a close-up. That is beautiful. Oh, Now, when you see this type of fantastic quality strand, when you start to see this beautiful feature that can make some spectacular jewelry, and so many of these strands can go so far, and yet you can use just a small amount to make a really big impact when you get this quality of colours that really, really do illuminate each stone. Now, I'm looking at a ridiculous price on this. Just $7.45. I've already got half the stock allocated. Literally, before the price came in, I'd already sold half the stock. That's how ridiculously beautiful those are. Absolutely magnificent. £7.45. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. If you're watching on repeat, try. You can always try, but I can't guarantee that it'll be around. That's how quickly it goes. You've got to be quick. If you put it in your basket, if you've put it on the web, you've put this in your basket, you must check out. If you don't check out, then there's every chance that somebody's missed out. And if you put it back into the vaults, then, you know, unfortunately, people will be disappointed when in reality we do have stock left. So please do, if you've got the intention of purchasing, check out. If you don't want it, put it back into our vaults so that we can then pass it on to. I've still got 20 people. I've still got 20 people on the phone lines for that strand, and unfortunately, it looks like it's a sellout. So sorry about that. I do want to put this together. Look at this combination. Look at this. Well, if you thought that Mystic Quartz was selling fast, well, I tell you what, if you thought that was fast, that's like the tortoise, and this is going to be like the hare, because this is going to be so well received. Coming up in around about half an hour's time, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe an hour's time. I can't tell you exactly. All I can say to you is when it comes, you will have to be prepared. The moment that we tell you it is coming is the moment you'll need to pick up the phone. I want you to trust us that we have got the ultimate deal for you on Morganite. I honestly think that this is the very best deal that we have had at Jewellery Maker when it comes to Morganite. Deal being that, if you don't know who we are a big company. We're not just Jewellery Maker, we sit alongside our sister channels of Gems TV and Gems TV Extra, and so we are a big conglomerate of buying power for genuine gemstones. We have used that, we are literally a tour de force almost within the jewellery trade, and because of that, literally we have found ourselves in the position to get the deal of deals on Morganite. I mean, I'm happy to say we got a fantastic deal on that amazing lemon quartz, but Morganite, we got a fantastic deal on Morganite. And if you've not seen us before, just to let you know, there are many places that don't pass on their savings, but we do. We are a family-based company. We literally are spearheaded by a husband and wife team, and from that point onwards, the family tree grows. We've got Paula, who works on Jewellery Maker, Sheila, one of our in-house designers, that's a mother of the daughter of their boss. Do you know what I mean? Quite simply, we do some amazing offers based on the bargains and the deals that we can broker, and that's what you've got there, the Morganite. I'm very excited about that. Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell I'm excited about that? I think you can. I am. Oh, I like a bit of a bargain. Right, I have a very special offer now. Beginning of the week, I did this offer, but with the silver finishing. Now, I'm going to honour the same price with the gold finishing, but it's a 24-hour offer. Just the same principles of earlier on in the week. I'm going to give you this offer 24 hours only on these fantastic gold colour ribbon brass findings. They are 11 by 5mm. You're getting 50 in total. Now let me just pop that one there so you can see exactly what you're looking at here. The potential is you can make chain, you can create detail of exquisite designer finish. I mean, almost like an Italian feel to each one of these. It's not going to want to stay today now, is it? Stay there. Or don't. Nobody listens to me, not even the findings. You have here an amazing... They're just gone, what? What did you say there? 11.90. This is what I have to work with day in, day out. You have no idea the pressure I have in my ear or the kind of things that they are saying all the time to me. You've got here 11.95. 11.95 is your original price. Now, if you did see on Tuesday with Cherry, the price offer that we give for 24 hours, we are going to honour that price tag. So we're going to drop for 24 hours only, bringing you 50 pieces of this gold colour ribbon brass findings offer for $7.95. What is that, like 16p? 16p an individual finding, a pack of 50 that you're getting here. You can make chain, you could make individual links, you could just add a little bit of detail to your earrings to give that golden finishing. That's what you've got from there. Real potential, real potential. $7.95. And I know that that quite a lot of our wire workers often say that there's no point in making your own wire links. And you know, when you've got this at that price tag, that, I mean, you're obviously a wire worker.
No, there would be absolutely no point. You know, not when you can get a perfect finish at that price. Just no. I'm not even sure you could get the wire, enough wire at that price, you know, to make those.
And the thing is, as you say, the finishing is so well, like kind of finished. You know, there is that lovely impact of quality that's just going to add. And I suppose for somebody like you who really is into the wire work, using just a few of these just will add to the detail that you already put into your jewellery.
That's right. And I think you've got to remember when you're selling jewellery, I mean, some people sell their jewellery for charity and just do it as a hobby and pass it on to friends, but for me it's a business. So when I sell my jewellery, I've got to be very aware of the time that I spend. You know, and that will cut down the time I spend on making a piece, but give me the same impact. So
exactly, but with like financially, and again, working on a business premise, you know, you want to put into your jewellery in terms of finance as little as possible to get the most out of it. And 16p for each one of those. We'll use just just a handful of them out of the 50 that you get for $7.95. Actually, you really are going to bulk up, but also give. And I have to say, the small details like this go a long way, don't they, to create wow factor jewellery. Yeah,
just one or two added in just will lift a whole piece.
And you've got that for $7.95, 24-hour offer. I've got to highlight this 24-hour offer. Don't ring up in 24 hours still expecting this to be $7.95. It's not going to happen. It is a 24-hour offer only. $7.95 is all you pay. For now, it will go back up to $11.95 in 24 hours. So make your choice. If you want them, buy them now. And I know there was a lot of people with the silver finishing who bought it on Tuesday who actually got packs. They bought 7 or 8 different packs just based on the fact that they knew they were going to use them and there was no point in paying the higher price when eventually they would use them. They just bought them and used them and put them in their stash. So £7.95. Buy according to the price tag. Congratulations to you, amazing offer, really excited. Can make a feature chain as well. I know that Cherry made a fantastic chain. She just used, and they are open links. I will just quickly show you because you might not have seen Tuesday, and it's probably a show. You can just open them. I don't know whether I've got any pliers next to us. Can you actually see on the close-up, can you see that they do open just at the ends? So you can see just there, they do open up so that you can just link on link. So you could just add them, and all Cherry did was just link them together like that, and then she just created this fantastic chain. I will try and find that chain because I know we do have it somewhere because it was only on Tuesday. We'll try and show you. Absolutely gorgeous. $7.95. I can't believe you've just said that. So Scott has just said, well, perhaps later on we could give this to Gemma and she could make something. Look at her. She's literally she's not got a minute to blink with all of the things that we've done. We've given her 4 kits. She's doing a challenge. She's going to show us 4 techniques. And now Scott just puts it in. Maybe we can give her something else to make.
Yeah.
What
did
on
he say?
earth? I think she will rebel if you do that.
Might.
I think she will actually rebel and tell you politely to go where the sun don't shine, I think. That's what I'm thinking if you ask her to do that. Just watch it, boy. Just watch it. She's good and she's very, very nice. But I'm sure there is another side to it. Yes, she'd like you to know that she's lethal with pliers. I've just seen that. And now he backtracks. Now he goes, I didn't say anything. Anybody who doesn't know who Scott is our producer. No action. Black and tan jewellery kit. Right. Now, you may have seen this kit before. You may have seen it, but unfortunately, seriously, we didn't have a chance when we first brought it to air to give it the full airing that it deserves. And so we've made a choice to bring it back to you. Still have a decent stock of it. And in principle, when you see this kit, it is absolutely incredible what you actually can make from one kit. One kit that indulges you in colour and shapes and gemstones and solid sterling silver findings. Now, I'm going to just take 2 seconds here to say, our newer kits, we are bringing you silver plated, so copper based findings that are then silver plated. Right, that's great if that's the type of jewellery you want to make, but I also appreciate there are a lot of people who are perhaps brand new to jewellery making who need to make jewellery making as easy as possible. Solid sterling silver is much more malleable than any copper-based findings, so perhaps if you are somebody new to jewellery making, this would be a great way to do it with the silver findings. Also, if you are selling on, and I'm sure on Gemma's behalf, as somebody who does sell, silver does sell. Solid sterling silver does sell.
And also it adds far more value to something than the actual price of the silver. So it makes good business sense.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it is, and I know the same when you talk about talking to Mark, who also is, does make a business out of his jewellery making. I know he says that his advertising is not just based on genuine gemstones, but it's genuine gemstones and sterling silver. Those are the two things that people will stop and recognise on his stall. Those are the two things that they'll say, oh, so those sterling silver. Yes, because again, there's a lot of people who are hypoallergenic who will only wear sterling silver, but also I think it gives your jewellery provenance, it gives your jewellery stature and status if you're using sterling silver. So there is definitely two sides to the argument. I know there's a lot of people who love working with silver plated findings, and I also know there's a lot of people who have a preference to work with solid sterling silver. So really with us, you're going to get both aspects. We have two kits that are sterling silver today, you've got two kits that are silver plated. So we really are going across the board, giving you individuality of whatever what floats your boat, as they'd say up north. You've got black and tan jewellery kit with a combination of magnificent gemstones. Wait till you see the jewellery that has been made out of it by Gemma. I mean, it's absolutely crazy how many feature pieces you can get out of this 3-strand offer. So your 3 strands are your black agate faceted twisted ovals. Whew, not easy to say. You've got 16 by 8. Oh, perhaps not easy to say by me. So you've got that fantastic strand. That's nearly 200 carats in its own right. What I like is that not only are you getting the twisted design, you're also getting it faceted. So you do get that fantastic, lovely run of luster. And you know when you facet a diamond, you always facet it to maximise on the luster. A black diamond in particular absolutely oozes luster. I would suggest that this is the same principle of this gemstone. You get the same light play surface reaction. You get that impact, that shimmer, and that real dazzling vibe. So you got there your twisted ovals that are faceted, 16 by 8 mil, so that's number one, but that's not where we stop. You are getting here your orange agate faceted rounds. Now these are 150 carats, 8 millimeter, citrusly warm, beautifully fresh, would go fantastically well with our early bird. Early bird, where are you? Look at that combination. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, they really are complementary, aren't they? So if you've got the early bird, this is just another added to your order offer. Early bird was just $5.95, and that was your Brazilian sunset quartz for $5.95. But on top of that, red fire agate. So your 14mm red fire agate, those agate are just exquisite. And you get such a range of texture and palette of patterns and prints. Magnificent, dynamic. I mean, of course, we all know that prints and patterns on the fashion scene are huge this season. I mean, massively popular. This kit brings you so much dynamic in gemstones, but it is matched by its solid sterling silver findings, 3 bolt ring clasp and jump rings, 10 head pins, 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, 10 crimp beads. You will get, of course, all of your additional ingredients like your monofilament, your thread, your elastic, and your presentation large and small gift bag. Your original price for this kit was first launched at $24.95. Now, don't forget solid sterling silver findings. Don't forget genuine gemstones. Presentation gift bags, $24.95 launch price. Now, I think it's fair to say the price you're about to get is a clearance price. A clearance offer. 24. I was thinking you were going to go clearance at 21, and then you said I'm going to go even further. I was thinking 90. Scott, sorry, I'm talking to my producer, Scott, because there's no way. Hang on, stop. Solid sterling silver. 3 strands of featured genuine gemstones, plus everything else that you could possibly want to get into jewellery making for $17.95. You've got to come and look at the jewellery. We've got to just go straight. I mean, we just simply have to look at this jewellery. Absolutely incredible. Ridiculous. I mean, truly ridiculous price tag. And when you see the jewellery that has been made, you will understand how ridiculous this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've made 8 pieces of jewellery from this. I mean, if you were selling...
That's, it's a ridiculous.
I mean, all I'm seeing is profit.
Great. Yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
17. Now, please, just indulge. I won't say anything other than just look at this. I mean, the quality of this jewellery is amazing. Blimey. Check it out. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You have here a feature combination of gemstones, solid sterling silver findings. Hooray!
You're giving me too much to do, you see.
I was going to say, that's Scott's fault. Scott's fault. Blame Scott. Nah. Take a look at each one of these. Let's just run through each one of these, because every one of your designs, you would set, come on, you would be, surely every one of these neckline pieces would command 17, 50, well, actually £20 plus. Surely every one of those neckline pieces. And actually the whole kit is $17.95.
Yeah.
But when you look at the beautiful detail of each one, I have to just say, every one of them knocks me socks off.
Thank you.
Just knocks me socks off properly. Fantastic dynamics. That is just, I mean, I'd buy that happily for 20 quid. Easily.
Yeah, I think genuine gemstones, it's graduated there. To be honest, it's easy to work with. Again, all my kits this time, I think I've been saying on Facebook all week, I'm so excited with lovely kits. And it's just easy to work with.
And I guess in some ways it's quite nice to have the diversity between you working with the silver plated findings and working with the solid, because they actually do feel different, don't they?
Yeah.
There's definitely probably more malleability in silver.
That's definitely, and it's the only way I realised, I know there's hallmarks on the sterling
Yes.
silver that we have here, but the only way I really truly knew with the head pins is because of the feel of them. The others are such good quality that
Isn't that interesting?
it's only how they felt that let me know that they weren't silver.
And for anybody who is watching for the first time and you go, okay, so wait, which way shall I go? I know for a lot of people, and you know, from my time of working here on Jewellery Maker, there's a lot of people who've said, if you're going to learn, then learn with silver, because it's a little bit more forgiving, i.e. if you need to start again on something, it can actually take it can take the pain, take the gain.
And you need to harden your fingers off anyway.
Yes.
So, you know, working with silver, you can build up to working with other metals because you do need tough fingers. Or you will develop tough fingers.
Yes, I was going to say, it's not a statutory requirement.
No, but you know, it helps you. It's not just the skill level that you improve on, it's actually what your fingers, the strength in your fingers will develop as you're using, as you get used to the different gauges.
Sterling silver, for those of you who are watching for the first time, this findings combination, everything that you're seeing, barring, I have to just highlight that you did use the coloured. Yeah, you did use the coloured wire here, didn't you?
Yeah.
But you could use the wire that you get within the pack to do exactly the same.
You can use, it's exactly the same thread, the same thickness, everything. It's just I had gold in another kit, and I really thought that it showed what you could do at home if you got this kit. It really does look lovely with the gold coloured thread.
And yet you've used, as you say, it's the same thickness, and you've used the silver finishing on this bracelet, and it's just as effective. You know how complementary they are on whatever tone it is. It's amazing. So I'm thinking I would really like to see how you actually did this.
Okay.
Because for me, I look at that and I just think that is something. I mean, that really is professional finishing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And yet, is it easy?
It is quite simple. It doesn't look it, but it is. The wire does, the bead and thread bends so nicely and gives you the natural curves by itself. You just literally thread it in and out.
Fantastic.
It is quite simple.
So.
The hardest part is colour matching the graduation all the way round, and I think you can do that at home. I won't do that today because
we
don't take us too long. But
our Marky Mark. He's a bit of a. I know if he's
Mark
watching.
would.
He'll be having some kind of kittens going. Oh,
he'll be impressed with me.
He will, won't he? Be dead proud of you. Our colourist. He's
one
of our guest
Mark.
designers, and I call him our colourist because he works with colour more than anything else, and he would be dead proud of you.
Yeah,
You'd get a little kind of Mark certificate.
Have a star. He might put me a star on Facebook.
Yeah, take a look.
I'll wear it with pride.
Beautiful. So, where do you begin? Do you begin at the middle, or do you begin at the side?
To be honest, you can begin anywhere you like.
Good.
It might be easy because you work with such long lengths of thread in this technique. It might be easier to do. I think I probably did the centre, so starting with the darkest one, and did one side, and then the centre again and work the other.
Right, okay.
And what I'll do is I'll make one half, and then I'll show you how to. And then you can repeat that at home, and I'll show you how to attach it to the rest of the bracelet. Okay. So if I do that,
brilliant.
Right. So you want one really long piece of thread.
Yeah.
Now, you are going to use more than one piece of thread, but start with a long one, and you can add more. You will add more. Right. So firstly, I'm going to thread one bead on, and I'm going to leave that one.
So
where are we?
Get it in there. That's it.
So I've got one. These are graphics. One bead on there, and then I thread another bead on, which I'm going to thread back through. Now you'll have done this at home, don't know, on JM several times, and you'll see how these techniques just sort of build up, and there you go. And I'm going to leave a loop, leave a ring. I think I've done them quite close together actually. So there you go. And then take another bead, pop that on, and again loop it back through, take it back through that bead there, and basically you're making lots of circles. For you who have seen me on here before, I work in circles a lot.
No, but it's a really effective way to, certainly with this type of shape of stone.
Yeah.
It's almost like echoing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's what we were saying earlier about the hearts. You do echo the
Yeah,
shapes.
yeah.
Right. It does want to fall around, and you'll take a bit of time to sort of keep them flat.
So you're actually just creating the weave to fasten all the gemstones in.
I'm just putting the
I
gems
didn't
together
realise,
first.
I thought you'd actually wrap and wrap and wrap and then continue wrap and wrap, but actually you're using separate wires.
I use a separate thread.
Ah, got
There
you,
you
got
go.
you,
So
got
it looks
you.
harder than it is.
Got you, okay.
Right. I'm just going to quickly, I'm not going to talk through these, I'll just quickly get these on and then I can show you the detail-y bit.
Okay. And so, I mean, perhaps in this point, I can take just a quick chance to lead you through exactly what you're getting with this black and tan jewellery kit for your $17.95. So you're getting your 3 strands of gemstones. You will get these beautiful twisted faceted black agate. You do get your fire agate, and you do get, of course, the feature agate that you're using within this, so the red fire agate and the orange agate. And on top of that, you're getting 3 of your button clasp and string rings, 2 of your shepherd hooks, 10 of your crimp beads, 10 of your crimp beads, plus, of course, monofilament wire comes with this kit, plus the beading thread that we're using right now, and on top of that, the elastic and the presentation bags. So you can see now, we're at the point where you've linked them all in, so you literally have got half a bracelet of the gemstones.
It's like having a little chain of these gemstones.
Okay.
Right, so at home, roughly get them the same size. You can see they want to fiddle. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's give them a squish.
Stay where you are.
Okay. Can you see that? Is that flat enough for us to see?
Perfect.
Right. Now then. So now I've got my pretend this is half a bracelet.
Okay.
And then we're going to go, we'll bring this one over here alongside. You see that?
Yeah.
We're going to go, so this is your chain, and then you're going to take your beading thread and you're literally going to thread it. We do one side first, so it's not behaving very well. So you have a small circle, your first circles that we've made to link this chain, to make this little chain, they're going to be quite small. They're the smallest ones. And then these, the ones that you're taking through now, you're going to leave slightly bigger. Can you see? I've left that one slightly
like
bigger.
A little ripple effect,
That's
isn't it?
And then take it through the next
this is what
one.
I was about to say. Are you weaving in and out?
I'm weaving in and out.
Okie dokie.
So there's that one. You can leave them as small or as large as you like. And keep going. And I just do one thread at a time.
It's like in and out the dusty bluebells, isn't it?
Yeah.
In and out the dusty when you're... Am I showing me age? That's when we used to play hopscotch. Kiss, Cuddle or Torture, do you remember that at school?
No.
No? Was it just in the northeast we used to do Kiss, Cuddle or Torture? Is it seriously? Kiss, Cuddle... You've never heard of Kiss, Cuddle and Torture? Oh, you missed out as a kid then.
The boys would have thought they were all torture, you know, because boys are never into kissing and cuddling until they're a bit older, are they?
Well, I know which one I chose.
Right.
So you're weaving in and out.
In and out. All right.
The dusty bluebells.
Got one side.
And you're not going. Are you going to go? Oh, you are. Okay.
I am going to go through that one. Okay. There we go. So it's not looking exactly like mine, but it's harder to fiddle here with the time.
To get the exact shapes and things.
Right.
We're getting
so
the idea.
There's that side, and then you do the same with the other one, but you're taking it the other way, and because you've crossed them over, they'll do the loops that are missing. As you can see.
Yeah, they're going to fill in the gaps, aren't they?
Okay. So we'll take those now. See those.
And I mean, for anybody who's watching for the first time, I know that bracelet, like for me, that bracelet looks so amazing. I think, oh, I couldn't do that. Actually, when you start to see the technique.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's just patience and, you know, giving yourself enough time to play. Right. All right. Let me get 1 or 2 more done, and I'll show you how they make these little, the crisscrossy effect.
Okay.
So it just seems to it is just a time to wrap it in and out, isn't it? It is just time to weave.
Yeah. Right, so now we're there.
Okay.
And then when you're coming back next time, skip one. Just don't go every one, skip one and thread through, so every second one this time. And what that will do is will give you that little arch, that little...
Oh, that's clever. I didn't even think, I thought that was the end. But
So
actually
you
you're
see-
now adding another link.
How is that on there? You see, so you've got these loops that sort of, because they look like they cross over.
So they're coming, this one is going up and over and
Again,
it's missing a bead. This
you
one's
miss
going
one.
up and over and missing a bead.
And you'll miss one. There you go. So you would carry on like that. And to be honest, when you're playing with it, you might find a whole
Different
host
pattern.
of different patterns, and that's, you know, that's up to you. Give
So then
yourself
to
some time.
finish it quickly off,
So then to finish it, you'll end up with 2 threads coming out, or 4 even, but they'll all go through a crimp, so don't worry about that. And I've covered my crimp, just in case you've got 4 or 5, I've covered it with a little head pin, so that it doesn't
so
look
you've taken
untidy.
the head pin.
The crimps will take 14 strands, so
Wow.
you know, you don't worry about how many you've got to take through, just tidy them up. If you want a professional look, tidy them up with a head pin or a crimp cover. Right, so then doing your other side of the bracelet is exactly the same, but this time your first bead on would be this one.
So that's your first bead and then you're linking
Yeah.
it in.
So that's your first bead on basically, and then you carry on the same, exactly the same way as we've just done, and you do the other half.
Repeat the other half, bring it together.
Yeah.
As you say, finish it off with the head pins.
Yeah.
And then add in the
Your
bolt,
bolt
ring
ring, clasp and jump ring.
And look at how effective
go.
that is. I mean, that is time, attention to finishing
Time.
detail,
Yeah.
but actually result.
To be honest, if you
Gosh.
get that first string of beads nice and neat and tidy, and maybe put a book on it to rest it, make it flat for you, you make the whole lot easier. You know, I think I've added a
Incredible.
little bit extra around the centre area, just to give it, you know, well, just to frame the centre really.
Really, I mean, it's that effective, isn't it? That's why it's so nice to have Gemma,
Yeah.
because when you see something like that, you might actually go, oh, I couldn't do that. That's not
You
something that I
can.
could achieve. But in reality, when you start to break down just how the technique works, then you know if you've got the time, then you actually can make something this amazing. It is a fantastic technique to be able to implement, and then the results are spectacular. $17.95. We're down to limited stock now on this one. Still available though, so if you are interested in achieving this type of look, and as you can see, the graduate of colour is beautiful. So it really is a fantastic kit. Certainly if you're somebody who's already into jewellery making, or maybe this is going to be your introduction, what a fantastic way to do so. And you know, try and achieve this type of spectacular look. Simple techniques and yet so effective. $17.95. And just to remind you, we do have coming your way very, very shortly. A few people asking times, when is it coming up? Well, coming up very, very shortly. We have got for you Morganite. Yes, 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 yes. An amazing deal. I mean, seriously amazing deal that we have found ourselves with. And with that in mind, we are going to pass on the savings to you. Do not go anywhere.
Join Jewellery Maker on May 22nd for our Wire Gizmo show with guest designer Rachel Norris. There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the homepage, where you'll be able to see all the products that have been in today's show. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Well, probably the most serious of opportunities is coming your way right now, and I genuinely did not anticipate this offer coming your way this weekend. we have got ourselves an amazing deal. How do we do it? Well, I mean, I've worked here for 7+ years. I've worked in the company for 7+ years, worked on this channel for a good 2 years now, and I would never have anticipated this price tag coming your way for this grade of stone. So with that in mind, I will say that I think the reality of the deal that we've made within this offer, I can't imagine happening every day of the week. I can't imagine happening every day of the month, let alone. I will say to you, this is us working our magic. That's the only way to put it. When you start to talk about certain gemstones, in particular, you know, your high-grade designer boutique stones like Morganite, there is a price point and a pricing structure that you almost have to adhere to. You expect when you're going into the trade market that there is a certain price point that you have to get or you have to expect to pay. What we have managed is to almost go underneath that price tag that everybody else would have to pay. I don't know, I haven't been able to find out how we've done it. All I can say to you is that we are about to pass on the savings to you. We are about to take the savings that we have made in this deal and pass them to you. Now, I would suggest if we were getting around about 50 in stock of this strand, that would be a big offer for this grade of stone. We've got more, and I probably make the presumption, knowing how we work, is that because we have a larger quantity, we're actually probably have managed to wrangle ourselves an amazing deal. As I always say to you, you've got to know when you tune into us, we are a family-run business and our principles are very simple. What we do is if we get a great deal, you get a great deal. If we make a saving, you make a saving. Now, I'm not saying other places don't get great deals. My question is, if they get a great deal, do they pass it on to you? I can categorically say to you, you do with us. You do get a great deal with us. This is a show-stopping moment. On my perspective, for somebody who's worked here for a long time, this is something that I would anticipate at a higher price tag and a blink of an eye would still be sold out. You have got double figure quantity now. I started with a larger quantity than I've ever done with Morganite, and yet I'm now in a double figure scenario. Okay, it is going to be a little bit more of a considered purchase to some of the strands that you get, but I'm saying this is Morganite. This is fantastic quality Morganite. Morganite, the gemstone that takes you through history as one of the most prestigious to be worn. A gemstone that was an exclusive to the shop windows of Tiffany's. It was found by the chief gemologist of Tiffany's, and once he found it, he registered this as such a phenomenal feature stone. Nowhere else could you buy it but the exclusive boutique of Tiffany's. And with that in mind, if you want to work with that boutique gemstone, we have got you a deal of deals. $24.95 is all you pay. If I'd have put on an extra £20, if I'd have put on an extra tenner, I'd have said that was a deal. $24.95 for one of the finest strands of Morganite. A spectacular look. 270 carats. I mean, it's not like they're itsy bitsy gemstones. 10 mil. At $24.95. If I was giving you 4 mil, maybe even 6 mil at $24.95, but I'm not. I'm giving you the 10 mil. So you've got the more exposition of quality colour. $24.95. The deal of deal. And I have buyers who are buying fours, multiple buyers. The simple fact is that when you've got a deal like this, you want to indulge, you want to treat yourself, but perhaps you're also registering the fact they're great. I mean, Gemma, as a buyer and as a seller as you are, using gemstones of this quality, but in particular of this prestige, gemologically, but also jewelry history. I mean, a gemstone that sits an exclusive to Tiffany's, it holds such provenance. So surely, as a seller, this would be something that you would use as a highlight feature to your...
That's right, and everything, every gem you sell or every piece of jewelry you sell with gemstones like that, you've got a story to sell with it, and that's, you know, part of the sales.
Absolutely.
People like to talk about what they're buying, and if you can load them with a bit of knowledge about that, you know, you're onto a winner, really.
And I know, I mean, I've got Morganite in my own collection, and I have a pair of earrings, and there has never been, and I say this categorically, there's never been a time where I've worn them without getting somebody either asking me, was I wearing pink diamonds? Or actually asking me what gemstone it was. And the enjoyment of going, actually, Morganite, it was an exclusive gemstone to Tiffany. I love being able to just drop that one in. You know, it's a lovely gemstone aesthetically, but it has such a fantastic history that it makes it even more exciting. $24.95 is your deal of a deal offer. And please appreciate, if you watch it for the first time, it's probably very hard to go, hang on a minute, there's a strand that you've just done for $5.95 and now there's a strand for $24.95. What's the difference? It's provenance, it's gemological prestige, and the simple fact is, with a gemstone like this, for us to get it under £25, that is a historic moment for us with this size and this carat weight to go to $24.95. If we were doing $34.95, that would still be a steal of a deal in our estimations of pricing for this gemstone. Absolutely incredible offer. And of course, you see, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you buy this and you get it home, and if it's not right for you, if it's not the right strand for you, send it back. Your money goes back into your account, no questions asked, no quibble money-back guarantee that we apply here. And the reason that people come back to us literally time and time again, the reason that people who bought on the first day that we opened are still buying from us now are based on those types of those morals, those groundings of knowing that you actually do have that 30-day money-back guarantee with a no questions asked policy. Congratulations, $24.95 is all you pay. Congratulations, low stock offer now. That is low stock offer. Hold the lines to confirm, we're still processing calls. I'm in single quantity figures now. That is single quantity figures available. I'm so sorry if you miss out on this. I can't guarantee we'll get another deal like this. I genuinely, you know, and we've got to remember, genuine gemstones is an evolving price structure. Because if you think synthetics, they're being stamped out by a machine. There's very little fluctuation in what a machine stamps out with a bit of plastic. Actually, there's a lot more fluctuation. There's a much more evolving price structure when it comes to genuine gemstones. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. We have to appreciate Mother Nature is in control of our gems, and therefore sometimes it's easy to get hold of this, sometimes it's really hard to get hold of. I'd suggest that that price tag, that's probably one of the only times we'll be able to honour $24.95 on a strand of that quality. Congratulations, an absolute treat of an offer. Woo! I love it when things like that come my way. Bring me more, I say, bring me more. Now then, where am I? Oh, let's go. Oh, but what about those pearls against it, though? Let me just show you. Right, we've just done the Morganite. Now, coming up at the end of the show, I've got to just show you this. Now, it's a taster, an aperitif for tomorrow's show. Okay, this is just going to set you up for tomorrow's show. With that Morgan, could you imagine a wedding piece of jewellery? Use your Morganite, because of course ladies would love the idea of, for their wedding, to feel that fantastic, to wear like Tiffany jewellery. That's the Tiffany gemstone, and then put it alongside this classic 3-strand of pearl. I can honestly say, in terms of pricing, what we have in mind for these 3 strands, you are going to absolutely love us. I mean, you are going to be raving about us today. You are going to be watching, and then you are going to be spreading away. I would like to say this is going to be a PR offer, right? We are going to do a PR offer on these 3 strands. Right, PR offer is basically, we do a price tag to make you spread the word about who we are. We want you to make sure that as many people as possible know about us. The more people we have, of course, the more we can buy, the better offers we can give you, and you're benefiting. PR price coming your way at the end of this show. So this is going to be, let's say, in about an hour and a half's time. In about an hour and a half's time, I am going to do a fantastic price tag, a PR price. We'll do a price tag that you will spread the word about who we are. You will wear your jewellery and you will be telling everybody about where you got it from. Okay. Okay, those pearls about an hour and a half's time. Beautiful with the Morganite. How about, oh yes. Oh, now we did bring you lemon quartz earlier on. Would you like some more? Not just a little bit, but how about 700 carats of lemon quartz? Now, I am going to spot a differential on this, and I am very, very specific on this for a reason, right? With the last lemon quartz that we brought you, the one thing that we had to accept was that it was a gem of distinction in terms of its grading of clarity and colour. We have to appreciate the quality of that last strand based on not just the colour, but it's the clarity. Okay, clarity is what we have to highlight with quartz of this grade. Not so much the clarity on this, you've got the size, you've got the colour, and you've got this amazing, almost like misty internal quality about it. It's got this haziness about it. So I wouldn't call this a gem of distinction because it doesn't have the clarity. In fact, you could say it does have a little bit more of an internal haziness, but that's to its benefit in the larger stone. You know, this gives it a little bit more of a mystical finishing. It gives it a little bit more of a drama when it comes to the larger size. So 700 carats of your lemon quartz nuggets. These are 13 by 18 to 17 by 22 millimeter. So they are seriously good. And we always have to accept the fact that the larger a stone goes, the more exposed it is to imperfection. I'm not seeing that many imperfections in all of this, but I'm just saying that when you look at a strand, in size terms, we always have to expect that you're getting an exposure to less quality, but beautiful, beautiful freshness of colour. I don't see anything other than fantastic colour and beautiful internal palette of texture, haziness. Now your price tag, I think you have to be prepared that your socks are about to be knocked off. Have you got your bed socks on still? Do you have bed socks? Ryan, come now, don't you get all coy on me, Ryan. You have bed socks. Yes, specific socks for bed. Right, Ryan says, I don't do bed socks. Obviously, I don't know that. I'll just take your word for it, Ryan. My question is, have you got your bed socks on? Have you got your morning socks? Have you got your afternoon? Because do you not change your socks halfway through the day, Ryan? You don't change your socks. Your midday socks. That's it. Morning, midday, halfway through the day socks.
Supper socks.
Yes, supper socks. $12.95 is all you pay. $12.95, an amazing price tag. Beautiful colour, fresh vibrancy, flying out the door at that price tag, and rightly so. Beautiful colour of the season. And I mean, genuinely, just last night when I got home, I sat with a glossy magazine, and within the first 2 or 3 pages, I was seeing celebrity after celebrity after celebrity wearing this colour. Fresh lemon citrus colour is huge, huge. And I presume, Gemma, like, because you do sell your jewellery, you do look for jewellery that echoes what's going on in fashion.
Yeah, you need to keep up to date with what's coming out, or you know, so that you're prepared. You know, because it's a waste of time making jewellery that's not going to match what's on the high street.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And this lemon tone is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, you can either mix it in with more subtle tones like your reds from this morning, the agates there, or you can block it in with other, you know, bright colours.
Yeah, because colour blocking is still really big, isn't it?
Yeah, really sort of going for the contrasting opposites on the colour wheel rather than
blue. What if we colour blocked with blue, like the Demetriorite? What do you reckon?
I mean, that's colour blocking. It's quite subtle.
Yes.
You want purple, you know, something that really contrasts.
I like that colour combination, actually. That's really nice, isn't it?
It is nice, yeah.
I always think that when you put colours together, like if in my head, if I said blue and yellow, I'd go, oh, does that go? And then when you see it together, you go, oh, yeah, it does. I'm a bit scared of things like that. Yeah. I don't think because I'm not very creative, that I don't know how colours are going to look until I actually see it. Like when I was painting out, when we were doing our house, because we'd literally renovated our house from top to bottom, every room had to be painted, and it's coming up with the visuals of what colours were going to go with each other. I was going, can you not just paint the walls and then I'll decide if I like it? And my Uncle Keith, who did the whole house for us, bless him, I think I did probably push me boundaries when I said, can you not just paint it and then paint over it? He did look at me like I'd lost my head. I have to see colours, and that's why 30 days is so important, that is your money back guarantee. If you're somebody like me who needs to see them for yourself to decide whether they work for you, there's no bother. 30-day money back guarantee gives you that time, no hassle with us, when we appreciate the simple fact that, you know, really, this is the type of gemstone quality that we want you to get home to experience. And of course, you've got a money back guarantee, but you've also got one P&P this weekend. So you've got how many live shows? 6 live shows to buy from, and within that 6 live shows, you can add as many times as you like on a single postage and packing. So 6 times 4 is 21. Thanks. 24. Oh, look, 24. Look, I felt under pressure, but you were doing maths in my ear at the same time, so I was doing it and you were doing it, and so I was getting mixed up. Sorry. 24. Yeah, it's your fault. Or can I just say, just for everybody watching, I have learned my planets for tomorrow. I have learned my planet. Now, if you were watching the beginning of the week, right, thank you, Ryan. Beginning of the week, I was presenting and we were talking about planets, and I said I didn't know the course of planets, you know, from the sun onward. I didn't know what like succession they were. I could probably name them, but I didn't know what order they were. And I was saying, well, now I've got children, and children who are starting to go to school and things like that, I really should learn them so that when they came back and said, Mummy, what planet's closest to the sun? I should know that answer, shouldn't I? As a motherly role, I should know. So I set myself the challenge that tomorrow, live on air, I would recite all the planets from the sun onwards. I have already committed them to No, I can't remember it now. I don't want to do it. I won't do it until tomorrow. I'm going to save myself for tomorrow. So yes, tomorrow I'm going to make my children proud by reciting all of the planets in succession from the sun. I mean, my kids are going to go, Mummy, what's a planet? And my little son's probably going, oh yeah, because he's only 1. He ain't got a clue. He hasn't got a clue. If it's got to do with food, then he's happy. Sorry, son, it doesn't. Right, we have plenty more still to come here on Jewellery Maker. It's so nice to have your company today. I'm hoping that you're enjoying what we're doing. We've got plenty more to bring you. Coming up after the break, we have another brand new kit, another feature offer. Look at that. 5-strand kit, and if that wasn't enough, 5-strand kit with 100 pieces of findings. 100 pieces of, and dare I tell you, it's gone less than £25. Oh, I dare. So keep watching. It's definitely a great day.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
New to wirework? Why not come and join us in our Wirework for Beginners course? Join guest designer Louise Jacobson as she takes you through all the basic techniques of using wire.
People would benefit from coming on the Wirework course because it's an ideal opportunity to actually experiment without feeling the pressure of actually buying things and then not knowing how to use them straight away.
You will learn a variety of skills, all of which will help you to become more confident when using wire in your jewellery. During the course of the day, you'll get to have a backstage tour of the studio, meet the presenters, and have a trip to our jewellery shop. The full course includes a selection of colours and different gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, use of all relevant tools, lunch and refreshments, all for just $69.95. For details on course dates and availability, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
When you shop with us, you'll pay a one-off delivery charge of just £4.95 wherever you are in the UK per day.
Add to your collection with our chainmail DVD, which is full of hints and tips and step-by-step instructions for all levels. Join guest designer Debbie Bolford and learn some fascinating techniques including Byzantine, box weave and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Right then. Dreams come true is the jewellery kit that we have. I tell you what, your dreams are coming true because quite simply, this is a dream of a kit. And this is, well, with potential, the most ridiculous bulk offer with the lowest of price brackets. You've got here huge amounts of ingredients. I mean, ridiculous amounts. Just take a look. I mean, this could be it for the price you're about to get. Just to remind you, getting 100 pieces of findings as well. Take a look at that. Wow, wow, and thrice wow. A combination of some of the most gorgeous quality agate. Now, I'm going to lead you through. You've got, in this combination, in fact, let's do it that way. I'll introduce you to your aventurine first. So you have blue aventurine, I mean a gemstone that glistens and catches the light, a shimmering stone. Your plain rounds are 10mm, 300 carats of blue aventurine within this one kit. Plus on top of that, you are getting 4 further strands, including your blue flower pattern agate rounds. So these are your pattern. Have you ever seen this before? Because if you haven't, you need to take a look. I love it. I absolutely love it. I had some yesterday evening and it just flew out the door. Rightly so. Blue flower pattern agate rounds. These are 8mm, 38cm strand that you're getting there. On top of that, wait for it. What about this black agate in your rice beads? I mean, this is such a wearable, workable strand, isn't it? 9x6 rice beads, nearly 100 carats within that strand. Plus, on top of that, you're getting your plain rondelles. Look at the size of those, beautiful 10x8mm, 300 carats. Oh, pardon me, 4x2, and this is a 40 carat black agate rondelles. I do apologise. And then finally, this is your larger size. Take a look at this 300 carat fancy agate plain rondelles, 10x8. Look at the gorgeous colours and shades of turquoises, browns. You've got there, amazing. Now, 5 strands, and I've already committed that this is going under £25. I've already committed that pricing. I've already said less than £25. 5 strands, we're into limited stock already, and I haven't even told you all of the 100 individual findings. Your price tag, £24.95. But wait for it, because you've got to know the for the 5 strands, plus your oh my goodness me. Okay, silver plated, copper, shepherd hooks. These are silver plated, all of these findings. Shepherd hooks, you're getting toggle clasp, you're getting 15 head pins, you're also getting 2 bolt ring clasp and jump rings, you're also getting bead covers, jump rings, 10 of those, you're getting 10 plain beads, you're getting a toggle clasp, you're also getting a twist oval loop chain, a meter of twisted loop chain as well, plus you're also getting eye pins, earring chandeliers, and you're getting crimp beads, 100 in the pack for 24. This is gonna sell out. This is gonna sell out. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Look at this. I mean, 100 meters. It's just a crazy. I mean, even if we did just 50 meters. It's mental, isn't it? It's brilliant. 100 metres I said there, didn't I? I meant to say centimetres. You know what I meant. 100 metres. I'd be like that. Woo! I'd be like the great Stupendo. What was his name? Great Stupendo. What was his name?
I don't know.
Great Stupendo. He was married to Victoria Wood. Can you remember him? Jeffrey Durham his name was. Why do I remember silly names like that and then I don't remember my own name? Yeah, Jeffrey Durham, I'm sure his name is. The Great Stupendo. Anybody? Nobody. Nobody is old enough to remember the Great Stupendo. Am I literally that old that nobody else knows of the Great Stupendo?
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of
No.
it? Surely I'm not that old.
He's a great pretender.
The Great
Freddie Mercury.
No, Great Stupendo.
Sorry.
Okay, looks like this. I know I just feel really old now. $24.95 is your price tag. This kit looks like it's sold out. Now I am going to say to anybody who's watching right now who's put it into their basket, please can you check out? Only because I've got people who haven't bought this and they're on the phone lines and they're a bit disappointed, and we want to make sure that those people who have bought on the web are actually going to put it into their basket and buy it, because we don't want people missing out, and that would be just, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, be a shame.
It
That's
would.
exactly it. So please, if you wouldn't mind checking out, so we know that we've definitely got all stock allocated, and so we can say to the people on the phone lines, I'm ever so sorry, but you've missed out. Okay, it is a free phone number that you're dialing, though, if you are on the line still holding. We'll do our very, very best to sort out that situation as best we can. $24.95 for 9 pieces of jewellery that you've made.
3 sets. I worked in sets and did 3 sets.
3 sets.
Yeah. And I still had, quite a jumble of beads left, which I could have done earrings with, or...
And you still had left?
I still had just a few bits and pieces, probably about 10 beads left, and a bit of chain. Yeah, so it went such a long way.
Gosh, that's amazing, isn't it? That really is amazing. So, we can take you through all of the looks. I guess probably in some ways there's some looks that probably a lot of introductory jewellery makers would be able to achieve, but also there are some really intricate craftsmanship going on. In particular, I guess I need to highlight this piece here. You can see there, you've actually crocheted, haven't you?
Yeah, crochet the beading thread. You get so much of it that you don't have to be sparing with it. You can really go to town, and another way of using it and adding texture is to crochet it. Simple crochet. And if you can't crochet, the chain part can be done with finger knitting. It will be much chunkier. But if you remember how to finger knit,
yeah, I do.
It's exactly the same technique.
And then pull it over.
Or
is that
one
right?
over.
2, pull it over.
Yeah. It's the same technique as you get with your first chain when you're doing a crochet blanket or something. It's just a chain. And
my nana used to crochet.
Yeah.
Oh, that gives me a real special thinking.
Yeah, special
when
memories.
you if you talk about crochet, you have a real life memory.
Yeah.
Oh, sitting with me nana in front of the fire. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Oh, thanks for that. That's made me feel really warm. No, in a good way. Hey, it's good to remember people who are special.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely beautiful. These are amazing. For those of you who are watching going, but I don't think I could do that. Well, I tell you what, how about
Can I just
trying?
Say, for people that want to know how to do
the technique,
the crocheting, there's a lady called Bev Baines. Hi Bev, and she's
Hello,
on
Bev.
Facebook, and she's got some really fantastic examples of crochet, and when I found it I thought, it's been done before. I thought I had something new, but she was the first. So and she's really helpful. I'm sure she'd show you how to do it.
So Bev, on our Jewellery Maker Facebook. She's there.
Yeah,
so facebook.com /Jewellery Maker, Jewellery Maker UK. Okay, so that is how you can contact. That is our Facebook. That's our Facebook site. And if you go there, we've got I think about 8,500 followers now. So there is a big community. Yeah. But the likes of Bev
Baines,
happy to support, and
she's fantastic. Yeah, in fact the whole community on Facebook are lovely, and really supportive. So if there's any questions, you go on there and you're bound to find the answer.
So give it a go, and as I say, thank you to Bev to almost have backed up your already amazing technique.
Yeah, it was, and she's now showing me how to do the next level of crochet, so I'm really grateful to Bev.
Loving it. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to have a look at this technique, because this is something that perhaps is achievable for all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever your technique foundations, this is something that I looked at it and I just went, That is such a great look. And yet, when I started to look at it, actually that could be something very easily achievable by all. So you've got here, you have got the larger of the agate, of the rondelles.
Yeah.
Have you got a specific number that you used for that size?
I've used 8 for this size.
Okay.
So 8 beads, and it gives us a nice circle. But you can use less or more. It's up to you. I think it's 8. Yes, it is 8.
Yeah.
I've used 8, and I've just threaded them on just for ease to be quickly. And what I've done is I've made them the little discs there as separate beads. So I've made them individually.
And then just link them in.
And link them in where I wanted them. Okay. So. Here's our 8 beads on a piece of thread, a very long piece of thread again. In fact, I probably haven't got quite enough, and I've got about 1.20 meters. So go for 2 meters. You'll use it up quickly.
And you get so much on the reel anyway, don't you?
You're not going to run out.
Most of it, yeah.
That's it. And then you're going to take one end of your thread and pass it back through in the opposite direction through your beads. So you've come through
all of them?
You come through one way, and I take them through all of them, yes. I want to give this, I want it to be nice and strong, so I'm just going to thread it back through all of them. It doesn't take long, you can just push them through.
And as you say, you want it to be like a rigid...
Yeah, not too
structure.
rigid. It'll get strength as you wrap the thread round, but you want a bit of strength to start with.
Okay.
If it's too flimsy, it might not hold its shape for your initial wraps.
Okay.
So I've got it through there. And then I'm going to take one end of the thread, any end, back through just one bead. And what that does is it stops the wire from kinking when you make it into a circle. If you don't do that, you get an odd shaped circle. Okay. So that just helps. So there you go, you've got your circle, and now it's a simple case of holding it firm, holding the one end firm, and pulling the wire round one way. And so you see I've just pulled it over the top wherever it rests, back underneath itself, through a different space between your beads, and then through another space. Now, whilst you do these first few wraps, keep your circle in a circle shape. Right, let me drop that. So try and just hold your circle into a circle shape, your ring of beads. Keep it sort of circular. As you've got when you've got a few wraps on, it'll pull back anyway. So there we go. You see, just starting to wrap them round and getting like a spider web.
I was just going to say like a spider's web, isn't it?
And what you do is every time you go round, you just try and take it through a different gap between the beads.
You're not trying to be, you're not creating you haven't got a method like miss one, hit one, miss one. No. You're actually just trying to be as random as possible.
You can see I've got it's gone a little bit misshapen on that one edge there, but you know, you take a bit more time than I am here. I'm just showing you how to get it.
And you continue on that, and how would you finish it off?
Right, you finish it off just purely by tucking the ends of the wire in to a bead. So if I just get this one ready, you see I'm being very random now. Okay, so now I've got a tiny end there, and I'll just take this end and pop it through one of these. Just take it through sort of 2 or 3, it will stay. It's not going to go anywhere. If you want to secure it, you can use a bit of glue, but I think it will hold. You know, you've got enough wrapping on there and enough tension in it to hold it all together.
Gosh.
So.
And that's it. I mean, you don't even finish it off. You literally, it's almost held in place because
because you've wrapped it so many times. You know, you'd have to really work at it to find an end for a start.
Yeah, exactly.
And then to unravel it. I really don't think jewellery's it's not going to get that sort of wear.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so you
just like that.
You just spend some time tucking the ends in and trim off any excess that you can't tuck in. And there you go. You just keep going with the other thread as well in exactly the same way, and you'll build up.
You could use that as actually as a pendant, couldn't you? Or you've used it. You've created three and just used them as like the focal points to the neckline, and use that to like meter chain just as the fixer. But actually you could just use the chain and have one single pendant, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I had to use the beads, you know, and I could have gone on and split this and made several more pieces of jewellery, but
And as somebody who sells jewellery, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, for somebody who sells jewellery, your price tag is $24.95, and yet in reality, you've made 9 pieces of jewellery.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That's it. I mean, if you just say if you were making it really affordable for people to buy jewellery, say £30 a set, that's a good price, and that's £90, isn't it?
Cool. And yet you spent $24.95. And if you haven't got your tools, then your toolkit that we do have at $9.95. So what, 35? So actually, effectively, you're making yourself at least 50 quid in your back pocket, at least. And isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it can go further.
That's some nice pocket money.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Get
Oh, I could buy myself a new handbag with that, or a nice pair of shoes.
Yeah, there you go. Simple as that.
Is there any left of that? I could do that. No, it's gone. Lovely, thanks very much. We have lots more new in, so let's get on with it. Let's get on, and we'll leave you to your challenge.
Yes,
I know that you're very, very busy.
Yeah.
She's a very, very busy lady, you know. Right, we have got some more brand new offers. Hecky thump, I've got a desk that is full of magnificent looking jewellery. Take a look at these, wowzers. So take a look at what we've got. I mean, we'll show you the jewellery, and what I'm going to say is that we've got an offer for a set of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pendants. You've got your Amazonite and your quartzite pendant combination. Wow. Now our lovely guest designer Debbie has used this bead box and made up all of this jewellery so that you can see the potential of these pendants. Look at this. A combination of totally unique pendants. Every single pendant is different. So you've got different shapes, different colours, I mean, Amazonite pendant. How many strands of Amazonite have we done recently that have sold out in seconds? And yet perhaps you don't have a finishing touch. Perhaps you have got the strand and you want to give a finishing focal point to your Amazonite strand of gemstone. Well, this is it. This is the offer. This is the one for you. You've got here your carved flower. You've also got this beautiful teardrop design. I love that pendant. That is absolutely gorgeous. And actually a head pin, creating a bail there, which just gives that unique quality. Squares, rectangles, carved flowers, a fantastic complement. I mean, really. And then on top of that, you've also got your Chinese jade. Look at this gorgeous colour. Oh my goodness me, look at the shimmer of that. Can you see how sheeny it is? Almost has like a lepidolite kind of feel, doesn't it? Maroon Chinese jade. Maroon? Oh, I don't know whether that's maroon. I'd say that's actually more violet. I don't know, amethyst violet is my colour that I'm looking at. I don't know whether I see maroon. I thought maroon was red. Yeah, like a burgundy red. For me, this is violet. For me, this is amethyst purple. Oh, it is amethyst purple. That's the colour that I'm looking at. That's all I'm seeing as a visual. That's all I'm looking at, as you can see there. And on top of that, cool, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, fresh, minty greens. Your pear drop. Look at the Amazonite. Look at those. I mean, the Amazonite is absolutely magnificent. When you see it in action, you can see how workable this is. And look, we all know that there are certain gemstones here at Jewellery Maker that sell without a blink of an eye, and Amazonite is most certainly that. If you don't have pendants to match and you'd like to bring it in as one look, this is the offer for you. Are you ready? You're getting all 10 pendants for less than £10. That means each one of the pendants coming in at 99 pence, 99.5 pence. Absolutely incredible quality. I love that drop. I really love that drop. We have done one seriously dramatic price drop on that. You've got to know that we should have been closer to the 20, I mean, even if we were doing something special, £15 would have been good. 19. Now, this is not just gemstones, this is Amazonite. You've got there a gemstone of one of our easier selling gems in our vaults right now, and yet we're giving you 5 feature pendants of your Amazonite alongside this gorgeous rich, I'm going to call it amethyst violet tones of your Chinese jade. Certainly I don't see maroon, I'm seeing beautiful rich purples, fantastic tones of violets and pinks and purples coming through. $9.95, a fantastic look. Think about Amazonite, think about how much you love that gemstone, and now think about it finishing off with a feature pendant. I mean, just to do that again, just to do that, where that pendant just, I mean, literally the pendant just draws the eye in, doesn't it? And you can see how nicely it works alongside other ingredients that we've put. Let's not forget, you know, all of these ingredients you can get on our website, you can speak to our call centre. I know that this mesh, this lovely mesh, Gemma is going to work with this, hopefully, if she gets a chance. She's just giving me the eyes if to go, hopefully, if I get the time. Stop talking to me, Vicky, stop talking to me. $9.95, so about 99p-ish, 99 pence per pendant. 99 pence per pendant, 99p and a half. Half a sixpence is better than half a penny. At $9.95, again, you're too young to know that song. It's not Mary Poppins, no, Grace. Oh, she has so much to learn. Honestly, you lot make me feel old every day I come in. Hey? Or maybe you give me a little bit, maybe you bring the youth out in me. Take a look, we have this fantastic offer coming in for you. Less than £1 a pendant that you've got there. You could make an amazing charm bracelet. You know, the size of these, you could make a really beautiful charm bracelet. Perhaps even use, how's this for an idea? See those? And then, where's it gone? You know, we did that mystic quartz strand. What about if we use them, come back. Oh, you thought you were going to get away now, didn't you? I don't think so. Who do you think you are? I think I might have just spoken to a gemstone live on air. Did I do that? Did I just do that? I think I did. Anyway. Look, it might be like Toy Story. When we're not looking, you could imagine using the mystic quartz, can you see, and then making beautiful little charms, because the size of these pendants would work really nicely with the charms, and the colour is so beautiful to match. And can you see how there's like a shimmer to that jade? Can you actually see how you do have that lovely internal shimmer? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You could imagine just make it. So if you got the mystic, then I would suggest that that would be a perfect addition to make a fantastic charm bracelet. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just hold the lines for that pendant box. Stay on the lines at $9.95. I'm down to limited availability on that. Now then, about a queue of about 30 seconds on the phone lines for that. We're processing your call as fast as we possibly can. Now then, let me move that there. Grace is still laughing at me talking to my gemstones. Now then, just take a look at this. Wow, these are amazing. Oh, you're not. Oh. I've just been told what we're about to do. My shoulders just went like that. I went all tense in my shoulders because I suddenly went, oh my goodness me. You're about to break all the rules. You know you're going to get into trouble for doing this. You He's like, Vix, just shut up. You're going to get me into more trouble by saying I'm going to get into trouble. But you are going to get into trouble. Okay, Maverick Scott producer. See, you see, this is the point. So Ed, our boss, he was producing last night, right, with me. I was presenting and our boss, our manager, Ed was producing. Now, Ed's gone off for a week's, well-deserved break, I'm sure you can appreciate. I know that some of the prices that Ed did yesterday, Maverick Scott, our producer who's in the hot seat right now, would have loved to be able to do. But actually, in reality, he can't do it because he's not a manager. When he then has the potential to do a manager's deal, he just decides to do it. He just decides to go all maverick manager on himself and go, what the heck? I'm going to break the rules. And there are rules. You know there are rules. Just to reiterate, we do have rules. I appreciate the rules are meant to be broken. Can I just say, I've really enjoyed working with Scott. I really have enjoyed our time. You know what I mean? P45 is all I'm going to say. P45. Just look at the quality of this carnelian. Now you're getting your natural colour carnelian, the real deal. This is the real deal. These puffy hectares, you do know you don't need to take it that low, Scott. You do know that you don't need to break the rule. You do know that this is not what you need to do. He says, tough luck. I've already got people buying. He's going to do it anyway. I'd like to reiterate live on air, Scott really doesn't need to go that low on this. He doesn't need, $4.95 does not need to be the price tag. 1p for the whole weekend. Rebel is what I'm going to say. Now next thing he's going to come in with a leather jacket and like, there's a little motorbike waiting outside, you know what I mean? It's going to ride off into the distance. $4.95, a ridiculous price tag. Natural colour carnelian puffy hexagons. These 12mm feature, I mean they are feature gemstones, no hesitation in saying that. All genuine gemstones are incredible, but this quality, these natural coloured stones, coming in at less than a $5, ridiculously good offer. Come and get it while we've got it. I have to say to you, this would be a magnificent, I tell you what, it would go very nicely, a magnificent addition if you did get the early bird. If you got the early bird, this would be a spectacular complement. I mean, the colour tones, the richness that you've got there, magnificent. And I have to say, I don't know whether I'm allowed to do these today, but if you want to add as well, I do have some more of your sunset quartz. I do have some more sunset quartz to come your way. So, early bird with your pear drop, there's a $5.95. You've got your $4.95 for your natural colour carnelian puffy hexagons. And then I do have an additional offer. Can I just do them now? Is that okay? We may as well just go back to back, because if you've already bought one of those or both of those, you may as well add to your order. 1p for the whole weekend. So that's 1p for the whole weekend. I can't believe you've just done that at $4.95. I just keep on looking at them going, no, no. I mean, look at the jewellery. That jewellery does not need to be, I mean, just take that look. You can make that look for $4.95. And that's probably just half the strand. Very, very, very impressive. Congratulations. And as I'd just like to remind you that we have just broken the rules live on air. I'd like to reiterate that it wasn't necessary to go that low. I'm not complaining, because that's why it's worth watching all the time at Jewellery Maker, because you never know what's going to happen. You never, I mean, I don't even, I sit here and most of the time just go, really? Is that happening? And I'm presenting it and I didn't even know it was happening. Right, so you've got your carnelian. Well, I certainly hope you have at $4.95, because don't expect it to go that price again. Then you've got also your teardrops that we did as the early bird at $5.95. Then as an additional, added to your order, 1p for the whole weekend. So this is going to be an added to your order offer. You're getting the equal qualities of colour, the equal beauty of detail. And I have to say, when you start to see the quality of the faceting I mean, the faceting just maximizes, optimizes the unique beauty of this Brazilian quartz faceted rounds. 10mm faceted rounds, and we're going to go straight for it on this price tag. No dilly-dallying. You know you want it based on the fact you've probably already bought the early bird, you've already bought the carnelian. There's no point in not adding to your order. 40 have already been allocated. Let me just tell you the price tag straight down on this one, $7.95. I mean, the carat weight, nearly 300, what, 250 carats pretty much? 240 carats you're getting with this Brazilian quartz. Faceted rounds, 10mm. A sensational look that you've got, and the early bird just complements, because of course same tone, you could, I mean, actually that could be one piece of jewelry, couldn't it? You could interlink them, you could just alternate from the faceted rounds, a teardrop, faceted round, teardrop, faceted round, and make this lovely neckline that would just shimmer with the warmth of colour. Absolutely magnificent. And of course we mustn't underestimate, if this was sunstone, the price tag would be, well, at least £17. You know, add an extra tenner onto that, at least that. But no, it's not the price you're paying actually. $7.95 is all you pay. Absolutely amazing. $7.95. Limited stock now on this one. We are now very much limited stock, and I've got queues of around about 90, actually possibly even longer than that, about 120 seconds on the phone line, so around about 2-minute queue on the phone lines. That's just the influx of people who are buying, and it is just buyers who are really, oh goodness me, look at that. Hold the lines, please. Please hold the lines on this one. $7.95. If you've got a phone in your hand and you want the carnelian, you may as well add this to your order. If this was sunset sapphire, if this was perhaps, you know, sunstone, your price tag easily closer to the £20–30 marker. To take this look, to get this quality genuine gemstone still for $7.95, absolutely magnificent look. Limited stock now, Brazilian quartz faceted rounds, 10mm. All you're paying $7.95. Still got queues on the line, still got a lot of people holding there. We appreciate your patience. We will process your call as fast as we possibly can. We're going to head over to see Gemma and see how she's getting on with her challenge. We also have some more brand new offers. I think we may have had a phone call. Oh, you don't want me to say it yet? Am I allowed? Okay. I said on air, right, after I did that Morganite, I wish we had more. I have to say, one of our bosses, now Ed's off on break, so Paula has rang up and she has authorised for us to do another Morganite strand today. Now, you know as well as I do, we don't do this. We should not do this. We have had management approval to do another Morganite strand. I don't know what it looks like yet. It's not out of the vaults yet. We've just got the phone call to say, yes, we can do it. Keep watching. I've got more Morganite coming your way. Can I say, if Paula's watching now, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep watching, don't go anywhere. Woo!
When you're watching our day show or repeat show on the internet, you can hold up to 2 items in your basket at any one time. However, when watching the live late show between the hours of 5 PM to 9 PM, things are slightly different. Due to the stock quantity being live, you can only place 1 item in your basket before you must check that item out, giving a fair opportunity for all watching. Remember, you can only purchase items from the live late show by heading to the Jewellery Maker homepage and clicking the Watch Us Live button. Enjoy the online experience with Jewellery Maker.
When you shop with us, you'll pay a one-off delivery charge of just £4.95 wherever you are in the UK per day.
Add to your collection with our macrame and knotting DVD, which is full of hints and tips and step-by-step instructions for all levels. Join guest designers Laura Liggy and Debbie Bulford as they take you through how to create half-hitch knots, square knots and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Once you are ready to crimp your bead, take your crimping pliers and place the bead on the back ridge and press down. Then flip the crimp bead sideways and place into the front ridge and press down. This will give your crimp bead extra security and give you a neater finish.
Join Jewellery Maker on May 22nd for our Wire Gizmo show with guest designer Rachel Norris.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
We have still so much to go. I think we are so jammy today, it's ridiculous. I mean, we already had loads of big new offers, and then that phone call comes in, and then we've got another strand that we're allowed to bring you. I mean, you got to, this is just like, oh, do you know what I mean? That's a proper brilliant offer that we can come. I can't believe it. It's not from the vaults yet. We were literally just going to run up and when Dee gets a chance, she's going to run up and get that. I've got another strand of Morganite that we've been authorised to bring you today. So keep watching for that. Fingers crossed we'll be able to do it. Well, let's say in the next half an hour or so, we'll just do it. We'll get it. As soon as we get it into the studio, then I'll put it on air. How does that sound? Okay, right then.
Okay.
I know you've been busy.
Yes.
Yes.
I have, but it seems like I've got nothing to show for it.
And may I say, we still have 2 new kits still to do.
Yeah.
We still have 2, haven't we? Have we got 2 or just
no,
one?
Just one left
Oh,
now.
that's all right. I did look at the clock thinking, oh my goodness me.
Just
okay.
one left. Thankfully.
Sorry. I think Scott, yes, he was a little bit worried by what I just said. They said, oh, what do you mean 2 more?
No, one more.
First of all, I wanted to talk about this piece that you've made, because this is what you mean by
simple.
Yes.
Yeah, simple. Just get straight stuck in it and make something. That's you know, a good starter.
So the bead box that we gave you was with the triangle hematite,
Yeah.
and the wire. So everything in this bracelet, or this bangle actually as it is
in that kit.
Is in this kit, isn't
Yeah.
it? So, I mean, effectively, you've made the base. Have you wrapped it in? Have you threaded onto the wire, or have you? You have.
I've used only what's in the box, so
Okay.
you know you don't have to buy anything else to make that one. I've used one really long piece of black wire as the base, which is the 0.6.
Yes, it is. It's the thinner wire.
0.6 wire, and I've used sort of 3 times as much as I needed, or 4 times as much as I needed. Threaded on all my beads. Now I've put a little detail on the centre there, but you don't need to do that. You can make it just a straightforward. Threaded on all my beads. At the one end, I made a loop, and then took that black wire, wrapped it round and round and round until I got to the other end, and then just literally wrapped it at the end when I got to show. Can I hold it and then show you?
Sure.
So when I got to the end here, I've just wrapped it round and tucked it in. You know, because the wire will hold, you can literally nip it with the pliers and it'll tuck in. So that's one piece, and then the other end, exactly the same back round, and then I attached the purple, the points.
And I mean, the purple have you literally just looped over?
Yeah, just wrapped it round and round. It will hold. You can fiddle and make it more perfect, but I thought the triangles there being so haphazard, with all the haphazard loops, they're sort of opposite shapes, aren't they? The circles and the diamonds.
And you've made the actual clasp itself, haven't you, out of the thicker purple wire? This is 0.8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could you quickly just show people how you can do that? Because we did say to you, if you're interested in getting involved in wire work, there are DVDs available on our website and on via our phone centre, www.jewellerymaker.com, or alternatively, you can dial 0800 655. Oh, I just said that before. I've never said that. 0800 644 655. I've never done that before in my life. But if you do want it, $4.95 for the basic DVD. Now we have 3 different editions of our wire work, and I can say to you, I filmed just the other day edition 4, so that's something to look forward to. Or is it edition 3 I did? I have no idea. Was it edition 3? Was it? I have no idea. I was just stood there going, I suppose Laura was there, and she was just fantastic.
No, she's
so
great.
She is amazing.
She is really good,
she really is.
designs.
So that's to look forward to. It's another DVD coming your way in the coming months. But This is on the Basics DVD, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Yeah, I'm sure all the clasps are on the Basics, and you know, lots of them. So it's definitely worth having that. You can pause, you know, stop, rewind, and keep going over it until you've got the real hang of it. But this is probably the most simple fastening you can do. You'll need a biro pen, probably as your only other tool, or something pencil shaped that's round to help you. So to make the loop, you literally wrap your wire around the pen. This is quite it's a nice stiff wire, so it'll hold its shape really well. Wrap it around your pen to make your loop. Use some pliers or your fingers, but if your fingers aren't strong as mine quite yet, and you're twisting like a tourniquet to make that loop.
Now, I know we've got, like, obviously in the basic toolkit, you get the flat nose, etc. I know, just from what Laura was saying, the nylon, if you're working with wire, is something that might be, that you would like to add on. Guys, can you just do me a favour? Can you just find how much the nylon pliers are, the nylon coated pliers are? And if possible, can we just because I know for a lot of wire workers, these are something of an essential, really, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you can get by without them, and I did for many years. In fact, it's only about 2 or 3 months ago I actually bought myself a pair. But whilst you're learning, you'll make less mistakes and less dents on your wire, so it's definitely worth having them.
Okay, it's just I noticed you using them, and I thought, I will just mention, we do a toolkit that gives flat nose pliers, which would do the same principle, but actually with the coating that's on the wire, you might want to use the nylon to protect that colour.
Protect it, that's right. Just keeps it nice and neat. Okay, so you've got that when you need, that's going to be where your clasp attached to, so you just need a little tiny hole on the end. So you're going to bend the wire on a 45-degree angle there. And then take your round nose pliers, whatever size hole you want, put them sort of on your pliers, so halfway down to get a decent ring to thread the rest of your work through. And then push the wire over your pliers. So in fact, your pliers are making that circle shape. Halfway around, take your pliers out and put them back in the same sort of place, just so that you can finish that circle. It's like you're making a lollipop. So you're making a circle on top of a post there. You see that?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, and then you can either, might be useful actually, just snip that off nice and close to the, sorry, my pliers. I think we need a new pair in the studio.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
So we've got that loop there, and then you can open and close that to add it. Just tuck that end in.
So that's
the eye.
And now you're about to make the hook.
And do the hook now. Okay, so again, cut a length of wire, small length. Right, to do the hook.
You're using the 0.8, but you can use... Sorry. You can just stab me in the arm if you want. 0.8 or 1 mil is quite a good, like,
0.8
for sturdy.
or 1, yeah. Okay. This 0.8 is a really strong wire. It's not as soft as some of the other wires that we buy on the reel here. So you can get quite firm findings with this one.
And I will say this is all available, all the wire that you're seeing being used here, it's all part of the beading box that you can see for $19.95. So you get all of the gemstones, including amethyst, you're getting 2 strands of hematite, you will get 2 lots of wire, the 0.6 and 0.8, and you'll also get the beading nylon thread, plus you're getting pendants. It all comes in as a package for $19.95. So everything that you're seeing that Gem has used to make this bangle is actually part of the $19.95 price tag. I just wanted to let you know there's nothing else that you need to add on, really.
Okay, then, so make a quick hook. So hold it firmly at the very end of your wire, at the very tip of your round nose pliers, and then you've got to hold it really tight. It'll slip out a few times, so don't worry about that, just until you get it straight. So we've made a loop. Which camera am I? This one. So we've made a circle there. So that really just makes it neat, and you can carry on round and make it more of a spiral, like that. So we've got this spiral going on now. And then go a bit further up, take your pliers sort of around there, right towards the bottom of the round nose, so you can have a nice round loop. And then again, use your thumb or your finger to push the wire around that, holding that shape there.
Oh,
so
look,
there
you can see
go.
it already. Oh my
You've
goodness,
got part of
so
your hook.
clever.
Okay, give it a squash so that they're nice and close together. And then what I do is I tend to make my loop going, how do I say it, so that it's round, I'm going to show you, so that it comes, so that the loop goes the other direction to the
like
wrap at the top.
opposing.
Opposing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've taken my pliers just there on the.
It's all right. That's okay.
Where are we?
There we
Just
go.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got it there, my flat nose pliers, and I push that so I get that 45-degree angle again.
Yeah.
There. And now I'll use my round nose pliers, pop it in there.
Yeah.
And then pull the wire round. And take it all the way round. You'll get a nice round shape then. All the way round. And then use your snips, or your side cutter pliers, just to nip it in there. And again, then you've got, because this is nice and strong, this wire, you can, watch your eyes, Vicky, I don't want to stab you. There we go.
I just shielded myself.
So now we've got a loop there that you can open and close to attach wherever you like.
How cool is that? And there's your, I mean, that. We did say that we would try and just give you a little bit of idea of how easy it is to get involved in wire. A lot of people, perhaps once they've got involved in beading, kind of think that that's all I can do. I don't think I can do the wire. Actually, in reality, you can see how easy it is. The Beading Basics DVD and of course the wire work DVD are available on our website. And I just wanted to talk about the nylon pliers as well. Those are also available on our website. Coming in at, what price tag is it, guys? £3.45. Wow, that's good. £3.45 for your nylon jaw pliers. So that's very impressive, isn't it? I didn't realise they were.
I didn't realise they were that low because I got mine quite a long time. It was 6 or 7 months. I don't think you had them there.
No, I'm going to say.
And I think I paid about £18 for mine.
You paid for it? £3.45 or £18? Choice is yours. It's not that difficult to decide on something like that, is it? Amazing potential there. The DVD, as I say, is available if you want it for £4.95 as an add-on. I've got lots more to fit in. I will talk a little bit more about our 24-hour offer. Thank you, Gemma.
Thank you.
Our 24-hour offer is for these incredibly well received, and I mean very, very well received offer. We did on Tuesday with Cherry an offer, and as you can see there, these are fantastic individual twisted findings. Now you can either put them together and create a chain, or alternatively you can use them as just individual elements to your jewellery making to add a bit more quality, finishing, beautiful substance, detail. And I mean, they are twisted. And I know both Rachel and Gemma are wire work experts. They've both said, well, look, there's no point in us making something like this so that you can, maybe you could get a gizmo or something. There's no point in taking the time, because actually in reality, I couldn't make them for the price that they are there. $7.95 is your price for 24 hours only. Okay, so I can say to you, if you want them, you need to buy them now. I've had people buying multiple offers on this one, and there is no restriction on quantity. Once it's sold out, it's gone, but there's no restriction on how many you buy. So if you buy, 1 pack, no problem, that's 50 all yours. But if you wanted 2 or 3 packs, no problem as well. $7.95 while stocks last, or for a 24-hour offer only. Gold collar ribbon brass findings. To make sure I say that right. You're getting 50 in total. Congratulations. 24-hour offers. I've got people on the phone lines for that. Hold the lines. Hold the lanes. Right, let's get straight down to... Now then, let's get straight down to this kit frenzy. Check. Oh, this is very seductive. Very, very seductive. Take a look at the quality that you're getting from this 3-strand combination. This is a jewelry kit. This is a kit that comprises of all of your solid sterling silver. So there is a different solid sterling silver going on with this kit. You've got a fantastic combination of your black agate, your faceted rounds and your puffy ovals, 18 by 13, 10 millimeter, and you've got there that lovely rich, I mean that's burgundy maroon, isn't it? That's the maroon I'm looking at there. Fantastic faceted rice beads, 12 by 8 millimeter. So that is 12 by 8 millimeter. Absolutely gorgeous combination. Really seductive, very, very bold look that you've got here. Plus on top of that, you've got 3 of your bolt ring clasp and jump rings, 10 pieces of your ball head pins. You've also got your 2 pair of shepherd hooks, and you've got your crimp beads, 10 of those, 50 meters of beading thread, 150 meters of your monofilament wire, 6 meters of elastic, and your presentation bags. Not to forget, these presentation bags, really well considered on our behalf, because we could use them as publicity, but instead we make sure that when you're presenting this, maybe as a gift or you're selling your jewellery, you present them and you have these lovely bags that say handmade gemstone jewellery, because that's exactly what they are. You know, we could use this as advertising, a jewellery maker, things like that, but actually if you're going to present it as a gift, or as I say, you're selling your jewellery on, it's nice to use the bags to wrap them in, to present and to look after your gemstones. You know, these are genuine gemstones. You want to make sure that you look after them. This is a fantastic offer. The Volcano jewellery kit in our kit frenzy section. It's going to go low, but just how low can we go? Original price $24.95, has previously gone down to $21.95, and then it went to $15.95. Now there you go. That's just how it works here, Ryan. There's no logic. Sometimes you expect, I mean, well, let's think about it. 24, 21, 19, 15.95. 15.95. Absolutely ludicrous price tag. Really, really ridiculous. Congratulations. I mean, that is a phenomenal price tag. Congratulations. The quality of your black agate, the quality of those rich, I mean, it's very seductive, isn't it? A really bold look. Absolutely magnificent. I can't believe that. That is just a sin of a sin. It's so, I mean, let's not forget, solid sterling silver findings. Sterling silver findings, and you can't call something sterling silver unless it has 92.5% silver within it. You can't call it that. There is specific criteria that if you're classifying something as sterling silver, it has to have a certain amount, a certain ratio of sterling silver within it. That's 92.5% must have. You can't call something sterling silver unless it has that grading, unless it has that ratio of silver within. 92.5%, that means 92 phenomenal quality findings, sterling silver findings for $15.95. Incredible, absolutely incredible. $15.95. It's a flying out. Hold the lines to confirm on that one. And of course, if you're watching for the first time and you're going to buy a kit, I mean, really, a kit is everything that you need to get started. And we do offer you, within our first purchase premise, if you're with your first order, you can get, and you will get automatically, this free tutorial booklet. Now, your tutorial booklet gives you all the basics and a little bit more advanced techniques to get you started into jewellery making. It gives you all of the lowdown, it gives you all of the names, it tells you a little bit more about gemstones as well. It'll tell you a little bit about some more fantastic techniques. But we back that booklet up with a free DVD as well. So if you buy from us the first time round, you will receive this free tutorial booklet and a DVD. Now, the DVD gives you all of the techniques that you need to get going with, all the techniques. And then the nice thing is with DVDs, you can stop and pause and do it, look, pray, okay, I need to rewind it. I think I've done that wrong. You know, that's the nice thing. And the DVD is all yours, free of charge. So with your first purchase from us, and get a kit, and really for us, you get a kit, and all you need is probably a basic toolkit. That's $9.95, and you're good to go. So let's oh, wow. Now I'm down to limited stock on this, so I'm going to tell you that straight away. It's first come, first served. Oh, the colours are beautiful. Now I'm already getting the vibe that these are featured. I know that I'm looking at sardonyx. I know I'm looking at tourmaline. So already, I need you on the phone lines for this. Oh my goodness, it's rhodonite. Now, original price for this was $27.95, and rightly so. Look, come on, I would have said this should have been over 30 as an original price. It's $27.95, but we are going to slash the price on this. We shouldn't. I mean, I'm sure you can appreciate. You've got Peruvian rhodonite, these drop-style chips. You've also got 1,000 carats of sardonyx. 1,000 carats of sardonyx, faceted rounds 20mm, and on top of that, pink tourmaline in your small nuggets as well. I mean, look at those, look at the colours there. I mean, you're getting raspberries, you're getting blush, you're getting little delicate pastel pinks. Oh my goodness me. So $27.95 was your price tag, but it's not the price you're paying. I mean, we didn't need to take a penny off that price. Look at the gemstones. I mean, I don't want to... I've talked about silver, and you're getting solid sterling silver. These findings all come with this kit, with your 10 crimp beads, your 3 bolt ring clasp with jump rings, 10 of your head pins, 2 pairs of shepherd. You get all of that, but you're also getting 3 collector's gemstones in this combination. And I mean, truly, truly, these are collector stones. You're getting your Peruvian rhodonite, you're getting your feature sardonyx. I mean, that sardonyx, 1,000 carats within that sardonyx. And there's nothing like this on our website. There's nothing of this caliber, of this grade of stone and of this size on our website. The only way you're going to get it is with this offer, $24.95. And I know when you get this home, you are just going to be overawed by just what you're getting in one kit. To get this grade of stone, as I say, your rhodonite, a real feature gemstone, those salmon pinks with those hot pinks coming together. I mean, absolutely stunning strand. But then to get your tourmaline, I mean, tourmaline, one of our most sought after gemstones here at Jewellery Maker. We just can't get enough of it. But, you know, when we bring it in a kit, I mean, we bring it in a kit, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's definitely what you'd call it's a clearance price, really, isn't it? It's the only way to put it, because we didn't need to take a penny off that 27. I'd have been happy if it was 34, you know, that kind of price tag. Yeah, I mean, that's the price it should be. So if you've got that for 24, you have got yourself one serious steal of a deal. Now then, let's have a look. RANG 55. Can I just say, the actual word is rang. 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 Is that right? Okay, phew. Phew. I was thinking rang 50, not range. Just checking. In my ear, they're going, range. Range 55, Vicky, range 55. And I'm going, range 55? Where's the code on that? And then it's just gone R-A-N-G. I went, R-A-N-G. Rang. Oh, rang 55. Got it. This is what I'm working with, people. This is what I'm working with. I've got more tourmaline. Maybe it's tourmaline. You have got here. Oh. a double strand of tourmaline. A double strand of tourmaline. 90 centimetre strand. 250 carats of your small nuggets of your tourmaline. You've got the pink aventurine puffy coins, 600 carats, and you've got here your labradorite faceted rounds. Wow. And I mean, some of the schiller here is just spectacular. I mean, the light play on this is just, I hope our cameras can pick it. Oh yes, it can. You see there, labradorite with this labradorescence, a schiller that is all about the internal texture. Now, this gemstone has little tiny metallics inside. Now, inside those, what happens as the light enters and hits the metallic inclusions, you get this amazing external light play. You get this amazing turquoise schiller. And you can see that every single one of these stones has that potential. Every single one of them gives you that magnificent schiller. Beautiful, beautiful potential that you're getting from this strand. So you've got your labradorite, there's a faceted 12 mils. Then you've got your labradorite, pardon me, your tourmaline. You've got your labradorite, then you've got your you've got your labradorite and you've got your tourmaline, a double strand. This is what you've got to work with, sorry. A double strand of tourmaline, 250 carats of your small nuggets. Now these range from 4x3 to 11x6, so some big gemstones coming in there. Fantastic double strand offer. Tourmaline, of course, a gemstone that is world renowned. Actually a gemstone that perhaps would sit alongside some of the most famous gems on the planet, your sapphires, your diamonds, your emeralds. It is a highly recognized stone. So you use that in your jewelry, you really are lifting your jewelry to a collector's status with your gemstones. And then, as I say, a feature of your aventurine as well, these beautiful puffy coins. Dramatic, dramatic look. Now, first launched, because of the ingredients in particular, first launched at $27.95. Now, it has already been price slashed to a ridiculous $19.95. But today, from 27, we decide to take it to 17. I mean, that's just a huge amount of money back into your pocket. $17.95 is all you pay. That's $17.95. Hold the lines, please. I've got to say to you, I've got queues on the line, so everybody needs to be patient. I mean, magnificent schiller. Just look at the way that is happening. I mean, that's just one of the stones, and sometimes it's very difficult for us to be able to catch schiller. Our cameras don't have always the potential to be able to catch the potential light play, because well, we always think that the studio lighting, the cameras are better than anything a human eye on Mother Nature. Wrong. I mean, synthetic lighting gets natural gemstones. Cameras never. Cameras with John Travolta at the thing. Ow! You've got there. Actually, in reality, cameras are nowhere near as powerful as the human eye. And as much as we'd like to say they'll pick up everything, they can't. Certainly when it comes to natural beauties like this. Labradorite, a fantastic strand, pink aventurine puffy coins, plus your double strand of tourmaline. All of that for $17.95. Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good, aren't we? Dee, our Dee, she's been like Challenge Annika today, and she's run up, she's gone to the vault, and she has, you've done it. Bless you, thank you, I appreciate it. I know, I know that a lot of people, wow. Let me show you this. What do you mean I can't do it? Okay, coming up after the break. What do you mean we have to wait? Coming up after the break, our lovely Dee, she's been doing some amazing challenge Annika in our vaults to get this to you. I have to say another big thank you to our boss Paula, who's watching right now, who has given us the chance to bring you a double offer on Morganite today. It wasn't going to happen. You've got to know we had one strand sold out, and I just said I wish we had more. Paula, our boss, has said, okay, you can do it. We have got a serious offer coming your way. Keep watching. Morganite straight up after the break.
Join Jewellery Maker on May 22nd for our Wire Gizmo show with guest designer Rachel Norris.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new Jewellery Maker hobby. Jewellery Maker are proud to present our new range of Lisa Pavelka crafting foils. These easy-to-use foils are a great way to create a unique look to your polymer and silver clay designs. With a wide range of vibrant colours including gold, silver and rainbow, these foils will leave your creations with a wonderful metallic coating. Use alongside our border moulds and textured stamps to add a different dimension to your clay creation. To view our full range of Lisa Pavelka products, visit our website.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Add to your collection with our Beading Basics DVD, which introduces you to some simple but effective beading techniques. Join some familiar faces as you follow our guest designers through their easy step-by-step tutorials. You'll be shown techniques such as the woven leaf pendant, the 3-strand weave, and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. I mean, seriously, awesome opportunity. If you have treated yourself today to Morganite, I didn't even know this was going to happen. I didn't even know that we had the potential to be able to bring. None of us did. Paula, one of our bosses, Ed's gone off on a nice vacation, as which she deserves a nice week off. And I have to say, Paula's watching, one of our bosses, and she's just rang up and I mentioned when we did the Morganite, I'd love to be able to do more like that. And she said, okay, do it then. I'm just wondering what I now then have to do to repay her for that. Like, am I going to have to clean her floor or something? I mean, do you think like I've got a week of perhaps like maybe having to sweep up, or I don't know what I'm going to have to. But thank you to anybody who's watching now. Anybody who's watching now who missed out on the Morganite, don't miss out on this. Don't miss out on this. Pretty please. 213 carats of Morganite. Oh no! I can tell you now, I'm already into restrict. Right, if you haven't got a phone in your hand, you need to get it there now. You need to confirm right now. Please do not hesitate for a second. If you want it, you need to be quick. You've got to make sure that if you missed out on that last Morganite, and I can tell you now that Morganite was a spectacular deal offer, which Paula has said she's going to honour in terms of opportunity. Now, we know that the grade of the Morganite that we brought to you earlier was feature rounds, it was big. These are nuggets. You have got a variant of colours. You do get the lighter and the darker pinks within this Morganite strand. But oh my goodness me, it's Morganite for $14.95. The 4 nines have erupted like Mount Etna. $14.95 is all you pay. 200 carats of one of the world's most recognisable Tiffany gemstones, and you've got it for less than £15. Come on, back of the net. $14.95 is all you're paying for Morganite. Now, an amazing price offer. An amazing opportunity that you've got there. $14.95 is all you pay. We did a strand of Morganite earlier on for $24.95, and I will say to you, it's a different grade of Morganite that I'm offering at $14. I don't mind saying that. I have no hesitation in saying that that was great, and this is a variant of Morganite feature gemstone. And I mean, let's face it, you don't get Morganite at $14.95 very often. Where did that... I'm not just going to be like hoovering the floor now, am I? I'm going to be like polishing the shoes and everything. And to be honest, I'm not going to mind, because Paula has some good pairs of shoes. I don't mind admitting that I like Paula's choice in shoes. Thanks, Paula. Do you think I need to say it again? Oh, if only we had more like that. Do you think she's going to ring up again and go, all right then? No, we've got nothing else. We've got nothing else. Sorry, it doesn't look like we've got any more Morganite to bring. Shucks. I'm going to keep that, actually. I'm going to keep that Morganite and just remind you, coming up in probably about 10, 15 minutes' time, I have got this amazing strand. Let me show you. It's going to be a 3-strand offer. Oh, the Morganite complements it beautifully. I mean, this is wedding jewellery, isn't it? And if you have got the 2 Morganites today, and you get this 3-strand pack of pearls, you are onto a winner. You are onto a big, big winner. Certainly if you sell your jewellery, there will be a lot of people who will see that as their piece, their look, their style, their elegance. So I've done the Morganite now. I've got to say goodbye to that because that is well and truly sold out. Congratulations if you got that for $14.95. This is coming your way in about 20 minutes time. So actually probably less than that. An amazing combination of femininity, elegance, and pearls at a price that you cannot believe we can do. Okay, keep watching. That's going to get you ready for tomorrow's, because tomorrow's show we have got some seriously good looking pearl offers. But that's your aperitif. That's going to give you the taster. Of course, 1 P&P for the whole weekend means that if you buy today, you can just keep adding to your order. So you get that, and then you can keep on progressing through tomorrow's show. And of course, don't forget, we've got the late shows, 5 till 9 at live. Big offers. They do lots of price slashes and crazy pricing, limited availability, miss it, miss out kind of things. So there's lots going on to keep on making the most of your single postage and packing this weekend. You're going to have to add to your order a bit more, though, with me. Because you're getting a 4-strand kit here. A 4-strand kit. Let me just hold it out and then you can see just how beautiful. See, we've got pearls in this as well. This is called 50s Glamour. Oh, I like that. You've got there this fantastic combination. You've got your purple amethyst faceted drops. I mean, these we can't get enough of these. These drops are so popular. I mean, every single gemstone we've ever done in a drop design like this, they just fly out the door. I don't think I've ever brought drop designs like this in a single strand without them selling out within the show. I mean, that's how popular they are. So that's a really excellent addition to any jewellery kit to get this drop design. Now, not only do you get those faceted drops, you're also going to get 50 carats, 50 carats of labradorite. I know, you're running on, what? Your amethyst and your labradorite? Yes, plus you're also getting a feature of your silver pearl nuggets. These are 6x7 genuine pearls. And again, if you're going to get that pearl offer at the end of the show, you may as well get this kit, because this is going to be a fantastic way to add in a little bit more of the shimmering qualities of pearl. And you're also getting your mother of pearl flat coins. Those are 10mm. Of course, that would be a fantastic gemstone bundle, but this is a kit that doesn't stop where perhaps it should. It goes a whole load further. You're getting 80 meters of your monofilament wire, 50 meters of your beading thread, and your 6 meters of elastic. On top of that, you're also getting some spectacular additional findings. Now this is 925 sterling silver. Okay, so in this kit, we're not saying silver plated, this is solid sterling silver. 4 strands plus your silver plate, your solid sterling. Oh, sorry, I stopped because I went, wow, you mean you're getting silver chain as well? It's not silver plated chain. And they are two different things. You know, we've got to remind ourselves that silver as a commodity is a very, very pricey metal at the moment. It is a precious metal, no hesitation. So you're getting a chain within this kit, solid sterling silver chain. And your actual chain here is a length, and I'm just trying to find out the length of this. I will find out for you. I will find out. Now you're getting your bolt ring clasp, you're getting also your shepherd hooks, you're getting eye pins as well as head pins, and you're getting your crimps, you're getting open jump rings as well. You're getting all of that for one price. These are all solid sterling silver. I'm just finding out about the chain. We'll just get a confirmation on that. All of this look comes in at one price. Your sterling silver findings, your 4 strands, which give you, well, one of our sellout offers, those beautiful drop style amethyst, your labradorite, your pearls, your mother of pearl, and all of this with 43 pieces of solid sterling silver. It is a silver, solid sterling silver 9-inch chain that you get with this kit. Solid sterling silver, 41 pieces, coming in at less than £30. Getting so much for so little. Last 40 in stock already. Last 40 in stock. I mean, we haven't even seen the jewellery, and this is selling out. That gives you an idea of the principles of the ingredients are being appreciated by everyone. And I mean, those drop amethysts, I know for a fact the last time I had drop stars like this, I've sold out 4 or 5 times over. I mean, seriously, I've had them in the white quartz, I've had them in carnelian, I've had them in red agate, and every time they've been, whatever the gemstone, and amethyst is one of our most popular stones, and it's in the drop style. These are massively popular. So to get that within the kit for $29, to get all of that silver for $29.95, amazing. I mean, that chain is such a bonus. I mean, it is long enough for most wrists, I'd suggest, to make a fantastic charm bracelet start, and you could create some beautiful little cascade designs with the amethyst, with the pearls, with the labradorite, and with the shell pearl. You could get all of that look for $29.95. I love that chain. I really like that. I love that you're getting loads of silver, solid sterling silver, and yet we're still capping that price at under £30. I think it's going to be a sellout, this one. I really do think it's going to be a sellout. Certainly when you see the jewellery, you're going to really much enjoy. You're going to really enjoy what Gemma's done. Do you want me to take that for you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
There's a lot still going on. There is a lot still going on. Let me just pop that to one side and just take a look at this fantastic neckline, wrist, and earring set that you can make. Now you've made basically 3 feature pieces of jewellery, haven't you?
I did have quite a lot left as well of the amethyst, and yeah, I had quite a lot left actually. Amethyst, pearls, all of it.
And the thing is that part of our stipulation we often say is can you make one of our kits into more gem heavy, dramatic, maybe a show-stopping look. But that's one of our asks. That's something that we ask of our guest designers, because I think a lot of people buy their kits to make lots, but actually a lot of people buy it to make one piece of jewellery, one feature look, and that's what we want to get out of this kit. And you can see just how amazing Gemma's design is. And again, you look at this and you might be going, oh, well, I couldn't do that. I don't think that would, I can't believe that I'll be able to do that. But actually breaking it down to make those flowers, that's what really is the time and the technique.
And it's just one thing at a time, and then you build it together. So you don't look at it as a whole, you look at it as 3 components or 6 components even, the flowers.
Yes.
Each flower's got 1 flower of amethyst and 1 flower of the shell pearl. Shell pearl? Shell pearl.
Mother of pearl.
Mother of pearl. I'm really dry, sorry.
It's all right.
And you layer them up, and it looks dramatic, but it's just lots of small steps.
Yeah. So let's do it.
Right. So I'll make one of these flowers. And
I just have to let you know. I don't mean to interrupt, but I just needed to tell everyone. I'm in single quantity figures on this now. I'm down to very last of stock. Single quantity figures. So if you want this one, $29.95. I didn't mean to bump in.
Okay. So for the bottom layer of the flower, then I've used 6 little rounds of these shells, mother of pearl shells.
Yeah.
Mother of pearls.
So this is the first, like your leaf, the start of your leaf formation, or your petal formation.
The petals, yeah. The sort of 2 flowers I've got going on. I mean, that's quite extravagant, but 2 flowers. It looks lovely. Excuse me, I'm really losing my voice at the moment. So there we go. Got 6 on, and the same as before when I demonstrated that last technique. I've got a nice long length of thread there. I want to pass it back through there. And this time I'm only going to take it through 3. I just want it halfway, just so that my threads are facing in a direction I want them at the end.
So you're going back round again, just like you did before.
Just back through 3 beads this time.
Yep.
They'll hold themselves together in a circle. Give them a wiggle and pull them nice and snug.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the bottom, really. As simple as that. The bottom layer. Right, then the top layer, just going to cut this, is the same, but with the amethyst.
So you just work the same, and you're just working the same, like, petal formation, but with the, and these are so beautiful, aren't they? The faceted drops.
They're gorgeous, and they've got such a lovely range of colours in the actual strand. So you can see I've sort of picked out, there's a much paler flower in the middle here, and then darker on the to either side.
Gorgeous.
You can really grade them out. Again, Mark would love this kit.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I'd spend the time grading this labradorite.
Yeah, because the labradorite is just like so unique, isn't it?
It's
and actually,
gorgeous.
labradorite is so difficult to almost show on screen, because you're never going to see the labradorescence as well as you are when you get it home, and that's a fact. You know, our cameras are never going to pick up everything that a gemstone can do. Certainly to natural context of light, but also in the same sense to human eye, to the cameras. It's just never going to work. So always with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you've got the time to see for yourself the quality of our gemstones and make your decision from that point.
Okay, so for the flower centre then, the amethyst petals, thread on 5 of the amethyst drops, and this time take the thread all the way through all 5, back in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Back through all 5.
So with the mother of pearl, you did just sliding through the last 3.
Yeah.
This time you're going through all of them.
This one I want a little bit tighter.
Okay.
Just because you'll need the tension on this to make the petals sit where you want them to.
Okay.
Because they're rounded, they can slide around a bit. So taking it back through all 5. Okay, and give it a good tug.
Yeah. Nice and tight.
Yeah, and then this the end thread, take through either thread, just take through the next bead along as well. You can get it through.
And is this just fastening it off?
Well, it is. It's doing two things. One, you don't want two lots of thread coming out of one side because it gets messy when you come to finish it.
Okay.
The other reason is it doesn't form a perfect circle if you're coming out of the same space.
Almost like creates an oval rather
yeah,
than
it
a
does.
circle.
So it's just a little tip, really. Take it back through again.
Okay.
So pull that through nice and tight.
There we go.
Okay,
So you've just gone back through. You've just gone back through one of the
Yeah.
centre drills of the drops.
For the drops, that's it. Okay, so it's all the way through. And then to make the little centre, I've just popped on one labradorite.
There's a little stamen to the flower.
Yeah, just as the centre, just to finish that. And your thread, take it over the top and then thread it through the middle.
Oh, you're going back through the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
just like you would sew.
Yeah, just like you would sew, and the wire will kink, and then it will be pretty snug where that kink is, so it won't move around. So there you go.
And you've done that. Are you going back around again
No.
to tighten it?
No, I don't need to. That's fine. That can stay there.
Perfect.
Now this one needs to come out in the opposite direction, so you'll need to thread that one through as well.
Okay.
Somewhere. And it's a 5 petal, so it's not going to be perfectly, you can't split that one, so
Yes.
it's going to be 3 and 2.
Okay.
And literally lay that on top of there. Okay. Now what I've done to join the flowers together is I've crimped in between, but I've done the crimping right at the end, so I've linked the first 3 together first.
Yeah.
Let me turn that around. I've linked these 3 together first, putting all the wires. So in the end, you'll end up with 9 wires, or no, 8. What will you have? 2, 4. Yeah, you'll have 6. I think you'll have 6 wires coming through.
So you've gone wire, wire, wire coming back out. I see what you mean.
They've gone right the way through.
So you've linked those 3 together, those 3 flowers together.
And then you'll crimp them when you come to this end. Yes,
I
one
can see now.
end or the other.
And of course, with it being the sterling silver, that finishing, the sterling silver does lend itself to the crimping, doesn't it?
Yeah, mix it, and be a bit careful when you're crimping. Make sure that you're making it flat in the same direction as your flower, so you don't want it the opposite
Yes, you don't want
way.
to
You want it flat against the skin.
And just to let everybody know, it looks like that kit is now sold out. We have said to you, jewellery making toolkit there is £9.95 for anybody who's buying for the first time. Don't forget, alongside the kit, the only other thing that you could possibly need is actually a toolkit. The basic toolkit is not that basic, actually. It's 8 pieces with everything: round nose pliers, you get your little cutters, you also get your flat nose pliers, you also get a lot of other little bits and pieces that will make your jewellery making really easy for less than £10. Now, a lot of our guest designers, lots of them teach, and with teaching, they try and find the best bargain for people to get involved in a hobby, and they say they can't find anything like it with all of the ingredients, plus it comes in a presentation pouch as well for less than £10. They can't find it. I mean, I know that Debbie said she only did it the other day and it was £17. Literally, she just couldn't find all the tools, and it didn't come even in a pouch for less than a tenner. She just couldn't find anything like it. So that just gives you an idea of what we can do with our toolkits. Plus, on top of that, if you have got that kit, I'm sure you've been inspired by Gemma's design and the technique there. Nice to be able to show you and take you through all of the variants of design. Just simple, but actually so effective again. So effective. We've still got plenty to come. We've still got some new ins. We've also got to remind you about our 24-hour deal. Our 24-hour deal is, it's those gorgeous little twisted connectors. They can connect together to create a lovely chain, or alternatively, you can use them as individual findings to add unique quality to your jewellery. So just to remind you, for 24 hours only, or while stocks last, and I have to say that because I've got people buying, big quantities, we have got this fantastic 50 bundle, gold colour ribbon brass findings. Originally £11.95, but for 24 hours only, well, less than 24 now if you're watching on repeat, £7.95. £7.95. That's your offer. £7.95. Congratulations. Gorgeous, gorgeous opportunity there, but only while stocks last. I have to say that because, as I say, I do have a lot of our regulars who are buying multiples of that offer while they can. So you may as well buy it now, because if you know you're going to be using them in future weeks, months and years, well, you may as well buy it now while it's on special offer, because I can't guarantee that price tag any other time than now. I'm just trying to tidy up. Right then, what shall we do? Now I've got, well, I did say I was going to do it at 1:45. Oh, hello there. Hello there. That shows you that we've got nobody on the phone lines. We have, look. 1, 2, 3. 3 strands of pearls. 3 strands of pearls. And I will say, we are about to do a big, big opportunity. Baroque pearls are breathtaking, elegant, stylish, sophisticated 6 to 7 millimeter quality pearls. I can tell you now that this is going to be just the beginning of our pearl offers this weekend. If you tune in with me tomorrow morning, we are going to bring you a fantastic show full of diversity, but I do have some more pearls to offer. But this is going to give you the taster. And I have to say, in my perspective, we always have to make the taster as good as it's going to get. You know, my perspective, on my behalf, there's no point in getting you prepared for tomorrow if you're not going to like what you've got today. Woo! But you are going to like it a lot. You're going to like it a lot. I've already got 50 allocated, 50 allocated, and I've got 15 people on the phone lines already trying to purchase your Baroque 3-strand pearl offer, 6 to 7 millimeter. I mean, elegant, perfect if you've got commissions for weddings. Maybe you've got a wedding fair coming up and you want to do your wedding jewellery. Perhaps you can see this in a beautiful fascinator or some pretty elegant evening wear jewellery. Classic, stylish, sophisticated. The words just run off, don't they? They run off. Sophisticated, classic, elegant, wearable, stylish. And yet each strand less than £3.35. Each strand less than £3.35. Absolutely incredible offer. £9.90. The phone lines are crazy. £9.95 is all you pay for your 3 strands of feature. And I mean, these really are timeless classics for your jewellery. No other way to put it. This is wearable, workable, stylish. Whether you're going to just create one stylish look or whether you're going to go for 3 individual necklaces, you have got literally world is your oyster on this. $9.95 is all you pay. 3 Baroque pearls. I mean, these are going to sell out. These are going to be an absolute sellout. $9.95. Hold the lines to confirm. It's definitely going to be a sellout. If you like that, well, I do say you're going to love tomorrow. You really are going to love tomorrow. And you know what I'm just thinking? I've just looked at those and we hadn't launched those, but we did have that lemon quartz. Nice. Look at this combination. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful combination. You've got these fine gold twisted individual findings, which we're doing 24-hour offer, $7.95. But can you just see how complementary the lemon quartz is? I'm into a low stock scenario. I get a kick out of you. You got here $19.45. An amazing price tag for top quality. And I mean, this is top quality strand. You can see the clarity, you can see the transparency, you can see the freshness of colour, and it is fresh, isn't it? For $19.45, an impressive offer. I mean, it doesn't get much more exciting for us to be able to deliver this grade of stone for less than £20. $19.40, and I have to say, to put it against those gorgeous gold finishing findings, to put the lemon quartz, how about we just add to that? And let's do you one more deal of the day. What about adding to this those gorgeous faceted drops of your white quartz? Oh, I think that's a lovely combination. I mean, we all know that the quality of that lemon quartz is second to none. We know that that is second to none. That is a gem of distinction strand. This is what we would classify as our top high-end strand. So $19.45 for you. I would certainly suggest you get it home to see for yourself the quality of that strand. If you got that, or perhaps you have got those beautiful gold finishing findings, 24-hour offer $7.95, then this is just one more additional. Add it to your order. Pay one P&P for the whole weekend. It doesn't matter how many times you keep on adding to your order. You can make the most of your single P&P this weekend. This really is a treat and a half. This is a treat and a half. You've got here 150 carats of your white quartz, the faceted drops, timeless, classic, elegant, stylish. Again, just like with the pearls, this is something you know you'll be able to use and better use. Original price, £12.45, dropped down to $7.95. Come and get it. That's all I can say. Come and get it while we've got it. $7.95 is all you pay. Hold those phones. You've got to stay there. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Once you're dialed, we'll process your call as fast as we possibly can. $7.95. $7.95 is all you're going to pay. Congratulations. £12.45 is all you're going to pay. 0800 644 655, free phone number. And on top of that, you've also got www.jewellerymaker.com. I just keep on going, well, how far is this going to go? I mean, it's just going to go endlessly, isn't it? Because you've got a real potential. Say again? Oh, and apparently we have had a text message. Oh, a couple of seconds. Oh, yeah, you know, I was talking about Jeffrey Durham, who was married to Victoria Wood earlier on. I was showing me age, and everybody here not had a clue. Not a clue who I was talking about. Yeah, youthful lot. How very dare you be so young. I have had a text message. Vicky, if they make you feel old, then they make me feel ancient. I remember the great Stupendo. That was it. Oh, Tommy Steele. Oh, for sixpence, he's better than all. Anyway, and also Michelle saying, it's the Stupendo. Oh, no, I can't say it. Stupendo. As my husband keeps saying, good show this morning. Hi to Gemma and all Jewellery Maker. That's Michelle from Derby. Gemma, you're getting a hello. You're getting a hello. I've also got Sue helping me with my planets. Now, Sue, I hope you're not going to... Hang on. Vicky, my very easy method just speeds up naming planets. Of course, they have said Pluto isn't a planet anymore. Oh, my very easy method just speeds up naming planets. That's clever. Mine was my very educated mother... Oh, now I can't remember it. Oh, no, I don't have to do it until tomorrow. I'll go away and I'll practice. I will go away and practice, I promise. I've got to make myself and my children proud tomorrow by naming the planets from the sun all the way. Can you remember them?
No.
God, gosh, it's not just me then. Right, we have just a couple of minutes to be able to show everybody what you've done. Now, I do have to highlight this gorgeous mesh. Yeah. We saw Debbie used it with our pendants earlier on, and you've done these beautiful flute, like calla lilies, aren't they? Lilies. Can you see this, guys? Look at that. Can we show that, guys? Cheers, middies.
It's hard to see in detail, isn't it?
They're beautiful. And all you've done is you've taken the mesh and open it out, haven't you?
Just taken one, just open it and then twiddle it in your fingers, the ends, just to round them all off together.
How fantastic is that?
Keep twiddling.
And then you round it off and literally roll it.
Yeah, roll it between your fingers. Yeah.
That mesh is fantastic. And the mesh, you can see there at the bottom, only $8.95 for a metre, and a metre goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
$8.95. And potentially, as you can see there, Gemma's made this beautiful head fascinator as well. In the comb, and you can see again the mesh, see how far it goes. I wonder if the next time you're in, we'll spend a lot of time. Let's actually next time you're in, let's do some technique with just based on that, because I feel like we're rushing this, and actually we need to spend time on working out what the best ways we can maximise on this. So
it'd be nice to do that, because there are so many things. Make some lovely roses with them, but
we'll definitely do that today. Right, we will definitely do that. Next time Gem's in, hopefully we might get to work together as well. Thank you so much for your company today. Don't forget, the late show starts at 5 o'clock. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning. We've got some amazing offers to look forward to. Don't go anywhere. Take care. Bye.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756 or FreeSat 807. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making!
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
The early bird catches the worm. Don't miss out on your chance to grab our amazing early bird offers at 9 AM on weekday mornings. Catch them while you can. There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the homepage, where you'll be able to see all the products that have been in today's show. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1p&p. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.